right. I think we're live on all platforms now. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, and we're live on TikTok. All right, let's get the show started. Welcome back to the Beer Parlour show. My name is Kachi, I'm the host, and we're gonna have a good show today. All right. Listen, stomach infrastructure, right? Listen, I know some people go say, why you put APC there, you know? It's what it is, man. I ain't know anything about stomach infrastructure until APC. I forget the APC government. We talk about stomach infrastructure, and then, they became a thing, right? So shout out to APC. Now teach us waiting. Now teach us what stomach infrastructure be, right? Before everybody just they do the thing on code says, I will not just go give them name. So it's what it is. Let's give that one to you guys, man. Now teach us what stomach infrastructure be. So let's talk about it today, right? Let's talk about it. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, and we're live on TikTok as well. So I appreciate everybody for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing if you're here, wherever you are, wherever you're watching us from, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. I think I should also start looking towards including Instagram. Make we bring Instagram too, and maybe X. I don't know, but we'll see. We have unlimited resources now to play around with all that good stuff. So anyway, we're going to have a good show today. Stomach infrastructure. Listen, election season don't come, and the APC, they don't do their own primaries. NDC, they had a consensus candidate, Peter Obi. The ADC had their own. I think they said, I don't know. There's rumors that they've already brought out the candidate, which is not Atiku. I don't know what's going on with that party, man. But it's a whole lot to unpack in that regard. But anyway. Election season is around. It's here. We're here. It will not be around the corner again. We are here now. We'll see all the bags of rice and the gari and the bread and the money and all that good stuff begin flying around, right? Let's talk about it. Is it poverty in Nigeria? B, is it a way of life? Has it become our way of life in Nigeria? Is it something that we would ever be able to get rid of, or has it come to stay? Whichever side you did, let's talk about it. Stomach infrastructure, poverty, or politics. Let's talk about it. But anyway, in the meantime, let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. As we do now, we go gas reach 5,000 likes before we can start entertaining guests, right? So if you want us to have a good show, and I know a lot of us want us to have a good show, right? Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show, so we can get this show started. Thank you. I hope everybody did go well. I hope everybody's drinking water like I did drink my own, right? Anyway, it's what it is. Make I finish this setup for this mobile device, and I'll get back to my monologue. Just give me 1 second. Make I finish this setup here real quick. I hope everybody to hear me well. If you can't hear me, please feel free to leave a chat, leave a comment, so we will know whether you hear me, so that we can tweak a thing or two, to get it working right, how you supposed to work. Anyway. Just 1 second there. Just 1 second. Make I finish this mobile setup. All right. There we go. All right, let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. Hey, it's about stomach infrastructure. A lot of people would say it's what it is. It's, it has come to stay. There is nothing you can do about it. Kachi, there is nothing you can do about it. It don't come. Whether you like them or not, it's what it is. If you say, they give shishi, that one is your own problem. The people that are giving the shishi, now their own votes go count, So I mean, morally, a lot of people would say morally, is it moral to be sharing money, rice? Is it? I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't look good. Absolutely, it doesn't look good. I mean, for a country, giant of Africa, every time that rice, then they take swales to vote, right? It's interesting, and I think it's also ridiculous. They use rice in 2026. Still, they use rice, they sway us to vote. It can't be a good look. It's not a good look. But it's what it is. You don't come. Now, let's talk about it in terms of the coming elections. We're going to see it again. That one, no be even, it's a given. We're going to see it. We've already seen, Tunubu them. They buy buses full everywhere. They buy rice. The, what's it called? And I'm going to specifically mention the APC Tunubu government, right? Because now them, would they see they do it. We've not seen the PDP doing it recently. We've seen the City Boys movement when they went to Owerri. Now rice, then they share. So that it became, like a rowdy house. People started snatching, grabbing, and taking off with the things, right? It's crazy. And I think it's sad. I think it's really sad that in 2026, we see the war. This is just me, though. This is just me. I know some people will have different opinions and be like, it's just what it is. Now, part of if you go other countries, then they've used something when no be rice. They sway people too. But our own, why our own be rice? Rice. Even Ghana now, don't they use and they laugh us. Ghana don't they laugh us for rice. Then, Abegistan. Abegistan. Nothing we person will see from Ghana. Our brothers from the other side, Hey, it's crazy. I see someone in chat say we see Soludo in Anambra sharing gala and malt. I know. I hear you, my brother or my sister, whoever you are, right? I hear you in that regard. However, I'm talking at scale. Now, the APC government, they do them at scale. No be Soludo, they do that one at scale. Nah, the APC government, when they want, I think the wife of the president, Remi Tunubu, she said she go buy a bag of a trailer load of rice, go somewhere, I mean, listen, when there is a humanitarian crisis, right? Rice and all those things are important, very important. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to politics, you can't use them as if the people there for humanitarian crisis, where, Nigeria is not at war. We know say some people, they live for IDP camp and all that good stuff, right? They are internally displaced people in Nigeria. We understand that. But you're not even sending these things. You're not sending these things. You're not sending them to the people that are displaced. You're sending them to people that are not displaced to come out and vote for you. And you slap your name on top of it. Right? You slap your name on top of it. Saudi Arabia one time sent, I think it was dates. I don't know for what. Maybe during COVID, they sent dates to Nigeria. They didn't share the dates to the people that they sent it for. Instead, they repackaged it, put somebody's picture on it, and we're sharing it to people. Isn't that something? All the Indomie COVID-19 palaver. Or Indomie COVID-19 palliative. I say palaver. COVID-19 palliative. They repackage all of them. They slap people name on top. They share them. Sheyi Tunubu himself. Like, isn't it, like, shouldn't that thing be like something where Tunubu at this stage of his life go say, nah, guy, make una know they put my face for rice, I beg. Like, shame, small atom of shame supposed to do the matter now. Small shame supposed to do the matter, right? But it doesn't seem like anybody cares, for Nigerian elites. It doesn't seem like they care. Really, I think they really think that Nigerians need to eat rice. I think they really feel that we need that rice. And now why they continuously they do them. That's why they continuously, do it. They keep doing it. It's crazy, Anyway, the show today now, well, let me see. Bonu Black African, is there something when Tunubu say something when Tunubu endorse? I don't know, man. I think it's crazy. Like me, I go they share most say they put my face for rice. In 2026, they share, make people vote for me. It's I don't know, man. It's not something to be proud of. I don't know that it's something to be proud of. Choma, I see you, Jare. I see you. I greet you. Thank you for joining. I see you and thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. All right, make we read some chats here. TY says, you are attacking APC because you want your tribe man to win election. We understand your game. I understand, say, with the Nigerians, they're very tribalistic. I understand, my brother. So I feel your pain. The tribalistic gene. In Nigeria, if you open our gene, we get tribalistic gene. Your tribalistic gene is overriding every other gene right now. I open camera, set ring light. They talk about stomach infrastructure. Somehow, you found a way to relate it to tribe. Well, I understand you, my brother or sister, and I feel your pain. That tribalistic gene is in my body too. But I try to press my own. I press my own. Make it enter down, But I feel you. It's not your fault. It's just being a Nigerian. You understand? I understand you. It's not your fault. It's just being a Nigerian. You just be tribalistic. Now follow come something. So I don't blame you, my brother or sister. It's what it is. But thank you for being here regardless, But I don't know where I talk. I don't know where I call P2B name here now or say I want to make P2B win. I'm saying at scale in recent times, now the APC government, they do stomach infrastructure. How does that relate to P2B? But hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man, for being here. I appreciate you for being here. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep liking and get more people here to join the show. We are live on Facebook. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Twitch. And we're live on YouTube. So wherever you're watching us from, let us keep liking and sharing. And if you'd like to join the conversation, feel free to come over on TikTok and let us hear your thoughts on this topic. All right. I don't know. Let's keep liking. We can only bring guests up when we hit 5K likes. So make we continue the like. All this stop attacking you. I don't know how on they sleep for night though. Let me change this view real quick. I don't know how on they sleep for night though. Stop attacking Yoruba. I don't know. Nigerians, we are very interesting people. We are very, very interesting people. I no go lie for you. The tribe, I know say we dey very tribalistic. I understand. But, turn it down sometimes now. They say whether they disguise. You could just they disguise them now. You don't have to be showing it out every time. It's embarrassing, my brother or sister. It's embarrassing. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing. Thank you, Choma, for joining. Make we keep the like. We're at 1,000 likes right now. Let's keep liking and sharing. Bonu Black African says, saying that Peter Obi be the reason for all the failure of Tinubu government. That's interesting. That one an interesting one. I don't know why you guys are taking this thing to Peter Obi. I know put Peter Obi face there or Tinubu face there. Be AI. Did AI put their face there somewhere? I know they see them. Make una calm down for me, I beg. Make una calm down. We'll talk about Peter Obi another day. We'll talk about Tinubu another day. Today is not the day. Let's talk about stomach infrastructure because we are in that season. We don't reach the election season. And very soon, the rise go start, they go massively. It's already going now. But very soon, it will begin to go at scale, a massive scale. So what do you think about it? Is it poverty in Nigeria? Obviously, I know say Nigeria is a poor country, right? Regardless of the amount of resources that we have. And it's sad because countries with less resources have turned their fortune around. But Nigeria, sadly, it doesn't seem like we even know how to even get out of the predicament that we are in. Recently I was thinking, right? All the infrastructural development where Tinubu they do right now in terms of building roads and stuff, right? And we they see him. Everybody sees it, that he's actually doing things in terms of infrastructure. I was thinking today, if Tinubu could do that, or obviously he's doing it, no be could. Since Tinubu can do this, we can see this. Tinubu could also fix the electricity problem in Nigeria. The same effort he's putting into roads. He could put that same effort into electricity. Well, our problem for electricity now the grids. Then they build grids. Then they put new poles. Trace all the grids. This thing get blueprints. Find all of them. Put new poles. Put new wires. Yo, these things can be done. But for some reason, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's choosing to do the one where he feels say the most important to him. But anyway, it's what it is. That's a whole nother conversation. And make we stick to the stomach infrastructure. We're in the election season. The stomach infrastructure goes soon start the palliatives go soon start the fly. You know, boom, 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 boom. Some people would argue that if you know they give shishi, the people where they give shishi, now them go see the votes. So you have to give the shishi. And I also understand it that politics is not cheap. You have to spend money. And regardless of how you say you know they give shishi rich, you will still spend money. It's just what it is. You will still spend money. But are there no other ways to spend this money that it doesn't look like you're giving out rice and bread and gari and slapping your name and your face on it? That is just where I'm coming from with this argument. I don't say we poor. I don't say we poor as Nigerians, as in Nigeria as a country. There is some statistics. I don't know how credible this is, but they said the amount of people who get 500K for their account saved in no reach 5% of Nigerians. It's a shame. $500, 500,000 naira. 500,000 naira. Say 95% of Nigerians no get 500,000 naira for their account. It's an interesting statistics. I don't know how credible that is, but it also goes back to show you. And the crazy part is the 0.1% of Nigerians that are rich, they are ridiculously rich, and the rest are just poor. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. The demograph just know the graph. The demograph is not graphing. The people, the 0.1% that are rich are ridiculously rich, and then the rest are poor. The rest are just poor. You know, I mean, obviously, you'd find people unscrupulous. I don't know whether I would call them unscrupulous now, but you would find politicians. Make I just call them by their name. You would find politicians that would take advantage of these things. You know, you would find politicians that would take advantage of these things. Take for instance the guy who win Lagos House of Assembly ticket under Labour Party during LUP 71, LUP 2023. That guy, he was the very first person to defect to the APC. Now, he don't say road no day for that side. He don't defect, go ADC, when P2B go ADC. As P2B join NDC, him don't defect again. Like, you can't make this up, right? You can't make this up. Now, people like that with no plan, no vision, they just enter politics by this one a circumstance, I guess circumstance would be the appropriate word, but I'm looking for another word. What I don't think of. They just enter politics by chance, you know, by very, very chance, the highest chance. They got into politics. What do you expect them to do? Nothing. They literally don't have any plans for the thing where they say they won't go do there, right? Same thing as some what do they call them? Senators now, like Eyinaya Baribe for Abia State. If that one self they do the stomach infrastructure, you go even good self, Abi. The stomach infrastructure we no see. Policies we no see. I was looking at his, let me see if I have that thing saved in my let me see if I have it saved in my, yeah, I have it saved. Bill tracker. And you guys, I encourage you guys to check this out. Bill tracker, Nigerian bill tracker. You go track all the bills where our legislators in the past, and literally for 4 years, this man has no bill when passed, don't turn to bill. No, what would you call it now? It's not a bill. If it doesn't turn to if it doesn't pass, it wouldn't be a bill. But sponsor, you sponsor it, then it passes first reading, all the procedures, and then it becomes a law, right? But let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Bill tracker system, Nigerian bill tracker system. I encourage everybody to go check it out and track what your legislators are doing with the time and resource where we hand to them, right? Let me see if I can pull that up here real quick. Just give me 1 second. I still learn this my setup, but I know it's more swift, so we should be able to show it. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully we should be able to show it. I should be able to show a window. Window capture. Make I build tracker. There we go. Let me show this window. There we go. Yeah, the problem now. Okay, you guys can see it. It's quite clear. Okay, it's very clear. Maybe I don't know. There's some things I wouldn't want to display that is on the window. So let me change the TikTok. The only TikTok fix Siam now, but I'll bring it up to Facebook in the meantime. I'll bring it up to Facebook and YouTube in the man Twitch. But make I change this thing. Let me take it back. I don't want to do window. Let me do browser. Let me just do the browser. Control A, Control C. Yeah, fuck it. The window should do. Window should do. All right, maybe we come out this browser. Hide this browser. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Legislative tracker, right? I think I put on for YouTube and the other places where I stream from. Window capture. Out existing. Okay, there we go. All right. It's kind of wonky on YouTube, but you know, we get the point though. We get the point. All right, there we go. I think that should be a better way to display it. There we go. Make I see if I find A in Naya Baribe. Make I see if I find A in Naya Baribe. They're gonna bear with me. You know. Now the one where they consign me now at the talk. I know we'll go to put I for something when no consign me. So, but this is it pretty much. Build tracker. Check it out. Go find the legislator, I believe. So let's do senator. Then type anybody name you type here. You see, Nigeria, now they work. Now, we have these systems. Nigeria, they work. Now, you no one use your head. Type Abaribe. See in head. You click on, right? You click into it. Total bills. And these total bills now are 3, right? And this would be for the span of 4 years when done the last election cycle, right? 4 bills, right? Now, let me scroll up here. Let me scroll up here. Make una see 3 bills in the past 4 years. Now in Naya Baribe don't do, right? No one don't pass, so no one don't pass. This one was done in June 20, Electricity Act Amendment Bill. June 2024, 2025. Awaiting committee report. May 15, 2024. May 15, 2024. Awaiting committee report. I don't know what that means, but it never done. They've not passed it yet. Obviously, that's why it's still here. Then you go to Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. I wonder what he wants to amend there. Let me click into it. You know, go past Biafra now. You know, go past Biafra, but the summary itself not even there here. You know, go past Biafra. You go past Biafra. You know, go past Biafra. You know, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Alteration Bill 2024. July 3, 2024. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Nothing these people they do. So even for someone like this now, right? Even if not the stomach infrastructure self, make we chop the stroke, make our belly full, right? For someone like this. And he's still going, instead they go now. They say he's an LP. And I think saying they can go ADC. And maybe they never update the system. Maybe they never update system, right? I think saying the ADC. But you see, these people are playing with us. Now the problem be that. But hey, we're gonna have a good show today. Let's keep liking and sharing and talk about stomach infrastructure. For someone like this now, hey Naya Baribe, if na stomach infrastructure when they do, it go good for us. Make we dey see the stomach, make we dey chop, make belle full. Yotago, make we dey chop, make belle full. Because for someone like this, nothing come out. Pakam, nothing come out. You know, it's what it is, though. It's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. All right, make I close the browser window here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. YouTube should be fine as well. All right. Anyway, let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. I don't know how many, like we did 2,900 likes right now. Let's see. All right, Choma says he can't bring Biafra up. What else be the constitutional amendment? When one amend, you not go pass Biafra. You not go pass Biafra. You not go pass Biafra. Say let them show us how much all of them they make. You don't. I mean, yeah, it should be public. By the way, I agree with you, Jace. Jace. I agree with you. It should be public. That should be public. I definitely agree with you. Choma says, not only in the Biafra him the wine. That's so, nah? That's so it be. So what mechanism do you think government need to redistribute wealth? Now, wow. When I tell you, say, Nigerians, we're not too smart like that, you're going to go think, say, that play at the play. When I tell you, say, we're not too smart, you're going to go think, say, at the play, I just want to talk, right? See, person, they ask me, what mechanism should the government use to redistribute wealth? My brother, make I say make we use the stomach infrastructure that be. And I make I say make we use this, make we could manage the stomach infrastructure now. Since me and you know the mechanism where they go take redistribute wealth. My brother, my sister. My brother, my sister. Make them they use the stomach infrastructure. Make we they see you wealth in the chop. How you see them? You know, like I'm like that. My brother, don't be smart, you know. It's well. Electricity is on the concurrent list now. Yes, it is, but it doesn't remove the responsibility of federal government from creating and distributing electricity. Now, they still reserve the right still to generate, transmit, and distribute. Because they put it on concurrent list doesn't mean that they don't hands off from. I don't believe that's what it means. But if that's what it means, I would like to know. Anyway, let's see. You will never smell Aso Rock. Which day you see my name for poster say I dey run for election? I will run, but it's not today. Not today, not tomorrow. But I will run. 2031, not today. I go start from my state first before I begin to pursue Aso Rock. How you see am? Anyway, I greet you people. I thank you guys for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show and talk about this. Choma, if you have any thoughts while we wait to hit the 5K likes, that's up to you. You let me know and we go from there.
Yeah, sure. For the person who was asking, this is obviously called Bill Tracker, so they're not going to put earnings on there, but there are official earnings and you can actually find it, obviously, but those earnings, we know that those are not the real earnings, so you're going to go into a rabbit hole of things you don't really want to find. But let's leave that aside and focus on the topic of the room. Hello everyone. So stomach infrastructure, is it poverty or politics? Kachi, I think it's both. Right? I'm a realist, and I think the things have to be put in context. You have rightfully, sort of covered most of it by acknowledging that Nigeria is a very poor country. And I know that people, focus on semantics when you say Nigeria is a poor country, and they're like, oh, but all the money, that's not what we're talking about. Nigeria is a country that predominantly most of the people are poor. So that essentially makes it a poor country by global definition, right? But within politics, people must understand that politics is a vehicle. Politics is not leadership, and politics is not designed to be for the people, by the people, whatever. Politics is the mechanism that then brings whatever type of leadership that you want, whatever type of governance that you want. So it means that that mechanism itself, right? It can only do as much as the people themselves, right? So if you're using the same type of politics in a country like, say, in a Western country where you have social structures that kind of pad poverty, right? Things like, welfare, sort of even social security to a certain extent, where things like Medicaid, like all those services that are supposed to sort of pad, that's the palliative in those places. The difference between us is because we don't have those sort of social structures within our system. Stomach infrastructure is the first and last step when you're trying to do politics in a country filled with poor people. Because essentially, if you are doing a campaign, the people that you are essentially campaigning to are poor. Rich people who need something done in politics know where to go. They utilize lobbying at scale. They, whether from their company standpoint or from their individual standpoint, who you know type of
Yeah.
stuff goes into that, right? So it's not them that politicians are campaigning for. Politicians are not campaigning for we have a different middle class now that is made up of what I would call diaspora rich, right? Because the diaspora pads part of, we had a very dwindling middle class over the years. There was a time like in the 80s where if you had a little money, you could buy like a 504, probably send your kids to like good schools, but you're just like a civil servant, right? And you're not doing mad things, or like you're just being a regular, or I just they work for this office kind of something, right? So over the years, as the diaspora started padding, the diaspora became that social padding that the country could have created. When somebody was asking, if you don't share rice, how would you then distribute wealth? You use those you use those social buffers like welfare, where if somebody is homeless, for example, there's a place that they can go and that can be sorted out, then they don't end up in that other abject poverty. That's the insulation. Why am I giving a lot of this sort of brief? It is context, right? It is poverty because people are poor.
Yep.
And when you're talking to somebody who is poor, Kachi, onyagoro diago, or malt and gala conversation that they are having. Sure, they care that their children go to schools that have roofs in it. Sure, they care about these sort of social systems that need to be built. But these are not overnight type of something.
Yep.
These are things well, not me particularly, but whoever is thinking it, right? God forbid. But you got maybe now the thing, agra the person, right? So that's why politicians, on the one hand, they use it when they budget. I asked somebody this question, and I said to them, do you know why your House of Rep, House of Assembly, and Senators, they don't spend so much on doing like a media? Don't you notice that you don't see a lot of social media? Like they don't go
Yeah.
heavy on social media campaigning. It is because you are not the audience. The audience is the people that those palliatives and those 5-5K and 3-3K, and they're selling akara and taking pictures with. Those are the people that stomach infrastructure works for.
Yep.
So they spend most of that budget and they allot it to using it for stomach infrastructure. Because even when they are on the campaign ground, Albany where they go, they walk. Why? Because kedin with it is the regular, it's almost like it has become the default setting of our people. That is the same thing of if you enter Murtala Mohammed. Anything for the boys, anything for the boys, anything for the girls, anything for
Yep.
the girls, right? That's a culture that has, so it's not in one election cycle that you're going to sort of remove that. But you're going to have to patch that system somehow where, as you they give that stomach infrastructure on the back end, when you then become a leader, remember I told you about, it's not about the people. Politics is not about the people. It is about trying to find the people that their interest is to get power. But when they now get there, because they want to retain that power, they will now do the things that will benefit people. So when you now elect those type of people, then the pressure then goes where these social systems, somebody has to build them. Somebody has to build welfare systems so that the people who cannot, it doesn't mean that you're going to stop giving stomach infrastructure, but it will now be systemic.
Yeah.
It would then answer the question of, well, not even wealth distribution. The point of those social systems is not to distribute wealth, is to pad and insulate people from the harshness of the system. Because every system essentially is designed for rich people to get richer and for poor people to stay essentially poorer. But Western societies now use their brain and say, if we make and say poor people go wake up one day and decide to now buy everybody will get money, problem go day.
There you
How
go.
do you balance this? Then you build those social kind of welfare into it, so that now you're not going on the streets of DC and sharing t-shirts because people don't have clothes. It's almost like we take you to a shelter. That is the missing thing there. All of it is still stomach infrastructure,
Yeah.
but it's the way that it is packaged. So if you look at politics as something that is altruistic, you will be expecting it to create that pattern. No. Politics is a vehicle for you to bring in the type of leaders who would then have the will, then have the zeal, but also have the capacity and ability to build those social structures therein, right? To now make it whereby if you go to campaign, person they say, hey, wait till you bring, wait till you bring. You say, "Ngwanunu just hold go do this one or whatever." But at the end of the day, they go not say if they look for place to stay because they are homeless, they go fit have system where they go fit apply.
Yep.
So those are the things. So it can be both. But unfortunately, our politicians do take it, they take it extremely to the point of course, you said something about, are you not ashamed? And I don't think that's the right question. Why? Because these people are not ashamed when they are like, Kachi, if I was the governor of a state, right? And I brought my Western kind of like, I don't know, partners or whatever, all these Oyibo people, whether they like bring for, I go there embarrassed, say, as I put them in the wing and driving them to government house, there's trash all over the road.
Yeah.
That would embarrass the shit out of me.
Yep.
Like, I would be so embarrassed because now you are the CEO of this state and you
Yep.
can't even manage trash. So you going far, like they don't want, no, because our people, not be our people where we say once they put honorary doctorate on their name, once they go to Benin Republic, go buy them for 500K. They go to tell you, call me doctor, call me doctor. So having names on the bag of Gary is not something that will shame them. If you will be governor, shame say trash they
Everywhere.
even
Yeah.
even the road to government house,
Yeah.
especially in those like places where you go no say this thing suppose embarrass you. So no, I don't think that politicians are feel shame the way that we expect it to.
Expect.
Again, because politics is not about any of that. It is not a moral exercise. People don't go into politics because they want to be morally sound or moral people. They go into politics using it as a vehicle for leadership. So meaning that if I want to be a governor of Imo State, politics is the only way that can happen. So it means that as I'm doing that politics, I go to do one with Indisi, the mom, is Indisi na drum, man, and they want to pride, man, they want to pride, man, the bad people, man, the bad eggs. So the problem then is, how do you then bring in those type of people through this same faulty system that is both poverty and politics to then get those type of things that we need? Because obviously, without social welfare, you know, go fit come to my village, come they do campaign, get snigay with the mouth and gala. I mean, you dey fuck up, oh, because nobody can come out. Say, wait till you bring, wait till you bring. How with the here, how with the here, and you be saying, not be these people where you they talk to, where they say they should be thinking about long term.
Absolutely. But how do
you
you
know, go
think do you think Nigeria has a pathway of getting out of this stomach infrastructure palaver? And I hear you when you say it's some sort of a social service, just like in Western world you mentioned Medicaid, Medicare, all the social security, shelters, and all that good stuff, right? It's somewhat the same. It's just the packaging that is different. Do you think there's any chance or any point in time that Nigeria will get out of this our own, even if we call our, somebody came up with Medicaid, right? Even if we call our own stomach infrastructure too, but let it be packaged well.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying,
Yes,
right?
let it be like welfare driven as
Yep.
opposed to that
Yep.
nyegi today, tomorrow go get. Yes, no, it's possible. Remember, like this is one of the reasons why I'm anti all these ministries that are like directed towards women, like all these Ministry of
Women's Affairs, yeah.
Ministry of Youth and all of those things. There are welfare offices. The problem is that because most people are poor, and because most of these welfare offices or ministries or whatever, they are underfunded, right? Because when you think about, I always tell people, like, for you to know the ministries that have power, you have to think about how much money is allocated to each one.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, if you have an issue with, like, say the father of your children and they are not doing their bit to pay, right? There's a welfare office, you could go report them. So all of those things work, but because they don't work at scale, right? Because each AK, the funding that is used to fund those things, they are very minuscule compared to sort of those bigger industries that, like, sorry, ministries that are still not functioning but having higher budgets.
Yep.
So yes, so at the very primary level, what we need is a total reform and a redesign of what that system looks like, right? Because now you have it functioning at like almost like, let's say, 5% capacity. And for a place that is getting the help, can deny help, because
Yep.
it is not enough, right? So it's like, it's not about whether we can do it, is not be to build them, but ego they perform at scale.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the challenge would be. However, the little bit of it too is our people like to do these things of, if we build a little bit, right? And because the state governments, local governments, even the federal government are very, very terrible at talking about the things that work or the things that they have put in place. Because if you know that there's a welfare office, for example, and we can now be talking about the budgeting, it's easier for people to advocate and to push and say, "Una no give these people budget." But shebi you go no say that thing they function before you. Just like health insurance, for example. Most Nigerians don't know health insurance
Yeah.
in their state functions.
Yeah.
But those states, governments, they do a terrible job in terms of communicating what is. Make we know what's in day first. Tell us where to go. Every time they go say, go verify, go verify. We don't want to verify. Tell us exactly where it is, so that
Yep.
when we go there, we can now say, this welfare or whatever, how you go. Because if you know that they are budgeting 10 billion every quarter for that welfare for like a state, we will then be able to look at it and say 10 billion no go anywhere.
Yep.
Then it's easier to now go and maybe push your state house of assembly people, make them go, that kind of stuff, or go to the right people, or know how to drag them. A lot of it is like bad followership, but most of it is bad leadership and that bad communication of not knowing what is. So during elections, they just budget the rest of their money to, feeding that stomach infrastructure, sending that food now, make them chop today. Somebody who's earning 50,000 naira, if you go and give them 5K, my own thing is Nigerians become very, very performative with their outrage. Oh, the stomach infrastructure, people should not collect it. Yeah, but if somebody's earning 50,000 and they see where they're giving 5,000, they go collect them. They go collect them.
Absolutely.
They go collect them. So what do you then say to that person? Does that make that person inherently bad because they collected 5K when
No.
that 5K is 10% of your salary?
Yeah.
You self-reason now.
Yeah.
So there's insulation that can happen. But again, this all comes with leadership. This all comes with vision. This all comes with also understanding that for you to build these things that we are expecting, America did not build them in like one cycle of election.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's add-on, then pressure from the people's self. Like, say, we they see what thing you they do, but you go build upon it. And like that. Over generations, you see that, there is need, and you can see the type of leaders who they focus on those type of things because they too themselves, maybe they get embarrassed, say, how many rice and gari I go this share?
Yeah. And that's how politics begins to, evolve too. That's how people start demanding that's how politics begin to have, like they say, philosophy, right? All these are Nigerian politicians, they don't get any philosophy. They don't have, like P2B was running under LP. P2B is not LP is more of a socialist kind of party, right? P2B is by no stretch of the imagination a socialist man. That man is a capitalist, right? So but in a different world, you would see someone who believes in socialism to join a socialist party. Someone who believes in capitalism to join a capitalist party. You see what I'm saying, right? But hopefully at some point now, so the politics for Nigeria will begin to evolve. But I don't know if we will ever reach there, I don't know. At the rate we're going, I don't know if we're ever going to reach there. Poverty just day ground. They press everybody neck. They press everybody belly. And it doesn't seem like anybody's thinking right. You see someone in the chat asking me, how is the wealth supposed to be shared or distributed if they don't do stomach infrastructure? Really? I mean, that one shocked me, but it's what it is. Make I bring some other person up here. Choma, thank you. Unless you have a response for what I said. And then we keep moving, yeah?
Oh no, I did. I'm listening.
All right, sounds good. Make I bring Bonu Black African.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for joining. If you want to mute yourself. You're muted. Bonu Black African. Oh, sorry. Drink some water, man. Since I drink my water, man. No choke, my brother. You choke on your words. I've been water. Which one you choke on? When I say now today, no be to the type for chat. That be the problem, Abi. Now to come up, let us talk. Now, that be issue. Yeah. I'm sorry, that joke I do.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Thank you for joining Bonu Black African. Yeah.
I was drinking water and I just choked.
All right, no problem. I was just making a joke. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I hope you're okay though.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just try.
All right. Sorry about that.
Anyways, there was a chat I dropped the first time.
Okay.
And you misread it, so I just wanted to correct it before
I
move forward. Yeah, where I said all the problems of the Tinubu government is Peter Obi. I was trying to say that's what they say, as in every time somebody posted something and referenced Peter Obi, and I said yes, everything that happens in Tinubu government, you will always link it back to Peter Obi about. So
thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but oh my God,
bless you, Bella.
But adding to what she said, or rather, even answering the question first of all, is it poverty or politics? Normally, on a normal note, yes, we always tend it to poverty and the economic situation of the country. But the reason why I would disagree with anybody that says it's just poverty is because of the timing. When does these things come? They never come. Tinubu won the election in 20.
Are you sure you're okay? You need to take a moment, maybe. Take a moment. We still there here. I have another hour to go. So take a moment, make you clear your throat. Be like the water still they choke you. But just take a moment, make I bring some other person up. Take a moment.
Yeah.
You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You were breaking a lot. I thought you were still choking. Are you there?
I think it was the network.
Oh, okay, the network. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I said the reason why I would tend it to politics and nothing else is because of the timing. After Tinubu won the election in 2023, within May 29, 2023 and December 31st, 2023, how many palliatives and how many bags of rice and how many things did they share to people? How many of them, if they did that, or how many of them made the news that they actually did some welfare packages and succor for the people? But in 2024, how many did they do? In early 2025, how many did they do? But once you're getting closer to the elections, they start politicizing and start bringing these things up to give to the people. So you understand that in as much as yes, the welfare programs are supposed to be there to try to cushion the poverty and the economic crisis in the land, you will get to understand that these people are, like somebody said in the chat, weaponizing the poverty. Yes, there's poverty, but they only attend to the poverty when
election.
When they need,
yes,
when they actually need to do something, when they actually need to put something together, when they bring out their pots and they want to cook, that's when they now say, okay, what are the ingredients and what are the things that we can put together due to the looking at the situations, to try to take advantage and make this thing work to our benefits. and that's what they do. So I want to tell you down to politics. The average Nigerian politician does not care about the poverty or the hunger or the security of the people. So any politician that comes out one day and say, oh, they're slapping their face, slapping their name on a bag of rice to help this community, blah blah blah, you're not helping nothing. All you are just doing, you're either building your popularity, or you are building your name, or you are already plotting a two years time when you are about to come outside for to vie for a position.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on the timing side. Yeah. That timing side, it makes a lot of sense because, and the way you gave the instance of since Tinubu became president and, up until now, how many times he don't do giveaway, right? It's only when it's convenient. That's when the giveaway comes. I think I agree with you in that regard anyway. I agree with you. But I see, Choma, it seems like you have some pushback on that one. Do you?
Elections are the only. So you guys like to mansplain things and make it complicated. Elections are the only time that even the House of Rep in your village during the Christmas time, those people actually, they do it because they do it. You notice that they do it more, as the elections are about to come up. It's pageantry. It's like when you're doing pageants, like off season, you're just doing your regular life, and a year into the pageant, you start to ramp it up. There's nothing unexpected about it. The reason why is you think it doesn't have to do with poverty, yet you're saying it's poverty being weaponized, is because you want to take it out of the people themselves. Like politicians cannot go into a village with akpa rice and come back with that akpa rice. It's impossible. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is also poverty. And acknowledging that, it's not saying that the people themselves are the reason why politicians are doing this. No, the blame is still on the politicians, but both go hand in hand. Because today, if you go to your own community to do elections season and you don't bring, because if you're saying it's only politicians and politics and stuff, it means that it gets some places where you fit carry the akpa rice go and they no go collect them. They go say, no be waiting, we come here to do. But it doesn't happen. So it got, our people have gotten so used to it that even when you don't bring, they expect it. And then politicians now carry most of the thing that they would have used to build all these things that we're acknowledging they should build, and they just pocket it for those election time. Because think about elections and the money they are going to spend. That's why they are budgeting just for that, because you will spend less money on stomach infrastructure because it's a one-time thing. It's like giveaway. That's why even celebrities do giveaway, because it's a one-time thing. It's not a continuous thing. So when they buy that rice, put the name or remap, rebag it, because that's what they do. They store the rice, they go rebag and put their face on it. Once they do that, they will budget maybe like 2 billion. But to build system go past 2 billion. So that's why it's during elections that you can do the pageant. Because when you do it other times, it defeats the whole purpose of them using it as a vehicle to get into power.
Yep.
So they are restricting it when they can, bringing it out when they can. We have to think about a populace that is also, let me not say dumb enough, but we have become accepting of that. That's, it's almost like if you don't bring it, then here.
Choma, I think you're also agreeing with him too, that it's always timing. I mean, the only place way too often I disagree and I say he's of the opinion that if it wasn't poverty, that they wouldn't bring it at that particular time. Or sorry, if it wasn't politics, they wouldn't bring it at that particular time. But you're saying in general that it's that particular time that they have to bring it.
At all. They won't bring it at all. It's not politics.
You're saying they wouldn't. No, he's saying that they wouldn't bring it all. Remember, my submission is that it is both, and because contextually you cannot remove it. I'm not saying it's either or. So we don't actually disagree.
Disagree a lot.
Is to say that elections, like, it is expected, because election is when they do their pageants. That's when everybody now come and be telling you all the things that they will do. Road where they don't see like 3 years ago to fix now they go remember. So that's what I'm saying. It's the pageantry of it all that now makes it, because it's that theatrics that make it. And then the people themselves have also, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys remember when they did the in psychology, when they did the the dog experiment where, like, they go bring food, they go dangle them, and they go train the dog to, like, when they will hear the bell, it will come for the food. So this is the bell. Elections is the bell, right? Once election don't come, all the women in the village know, all the market women know, all the youths know. So Abia was the hey bruise that rice, and they will carry those things and come, carry the 1K come. That's the way they know build. Because remember too that the people that they are giving this stomach infrastructure to are not the people who are expecting these other things we're talking about.
Yep.
These people want it though, but they're not the ones demanding it. These are the ones that call them honorable. My grandmother swallow razor, do something. You will bring 250K.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, that's why poverty cannot be taken out of it, because the people that they use as milk now poor people.
Very true. Very true.
I agree.
Yeah.
Very true. All right, make we bring Bossman up. Bossman, you don't unmute yourself by yourself, but make we hear your thoughts.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No problem.
Thanks. So first of all, I'll tell you, right, you and Chioma, you guys are doing a great job. I mean, every
Thank you.
time I never knew a day like this would come. So I saw you, I was like, you know what? Let me try and see if I can get on with this guy and talk to you. You guys are doing an awesome job. You're not biased. You're just always straight to the point, and you let people know if they're going off topic, you let them know. So to the topic, right? Poverty or politics. So for me, I think they're both, considering where I come from, right? So in the West, most of the time, we also use it as, okay, use it as they call it, I think they call it in Yoruba, we call it like Sara. I don't know if, so okay, these are poor people. You set up a place, so you're the richest guy in the whole of the community. You're not planning for any politics. At the end of the day, that might give you some political power though, because you're feeding these people, just like what the late what's his name, the political godfather in Saraki's dad. Saraki's dad. They're still doing it till date, right? Where they have meals, like people come there and eat every day on a daily basis. So that means millions of naira spent every day, right? So for them, although it has a political connotation to it, however, they know that these people are downtrodden. The religion, the culture also permits you to help people when they don't have anything, when they are broke, when they are poor. The culture says you have to provide for people and take care of them. So that's it's one aspect of it. But the political aspect of it also comes in, and that's why I feel like they are both. It's not one or it's not. It's either poverty, and can also be used to gain political power or political sympathy. So the political power side of it is when you start doing it for years, like the other caller said, when you start doing it for years, then now you're like, okay, well, I can't run for office, but I'm going to try to put my son or my daughter, and everybody knows, oh, this is that man that used to give us stuff over there, that's the daughter, so we're going to support the person. So they know 10 years down the line, they know they're going to do that, right? Now, the political side of it, if you don't do it, there's the likelihood that you're not going to win.
Yeah.
There's almost, I don't want to put percentage, but there's a high percentage that you're not going to win an election, no matter how good, no matter how nice, no matter how great your ideas are. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you guys transformers. Right now, they're doing infrastructure, they're doing roads, and people are saying, well, now road we won't chop. Now road we won't chop, right? But I need that road. I have a business that I know I can employ close to 100, 200 people if there is a good road passing through my business.
Yep.
Right? But if I find somebody that tells me, give all these people food, bag of rice every day, or create this road, I'm telling you, like 90% of those people living in that area will say, give us food every day. Right? Instead of them to say, you know what, give us good road, because I know all these companies, they're going to employ our children, And once they employ our children, guess what? They're going to bring money home to the dad.
Yeah.
They're going to send their grandchildren to school. They're going to give daddy and mommy money. They're going to take care of people, you know. But we don't, a lot of our people don't think like that.
Yep.
So there's the political side of it. There's the poverty side of it. And both the politicians have mastered the art of making sure they know how to use them. They know how to deploy those tools when they need it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's my take. That's my take.
Thank you, boss man. Thank you. And
Yeah.
you know, like you said, both sides. I think it's both sides too. Choma also agrees. Mr. Bonu said he mean they on the politics side for the most part, because in his opinion he thinks, and I agree with him too, because you know, if it wasn't politics, why did they always be that politics season? When did they always want, you know, show that do that giveaway, right? But I hear you. I hear you all. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what Choma said, right? Choma said, like I said also, they do it. Like it's something I do every time. Like I'm in the US, right? So I every month, right? I send some token to my brother. I say to my family, I say, hey, can you guys just cook and give people around? You know, do this and just give people, I do that, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any political intention in mind. So that's something I just feel like, okay, well, it's something I've always thought about doing when I was growing up, give. And, but in future, if I decide to go into politics, it's going to help. Now,
Absolutely.
I may now start doing it outside just my locality, which is just maybe, okay, I'm going for House of Reps. I'm going to be representing 4 local government. But when I was doing it, I was only doing it for my local government where I was born and raised, right? So now I'm going to say, you know what? Now I got to go. I'm going for House of Reps. Now I got to get a center where I can do those things in those 4 local governments. So now, I'm extending out. So if I don't win, then I got to stop because I don't have the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I hear you, my brother. Thank you again. Yeah. Make we hear Mr. Shoyinka David. He has had a lot to say in the chat. Make we hear what he didn't get to say now in the up here. Mr. Shoyinka, if you want to unmute yourself, please, make we hear your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, Kachi, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining.
Let me just clear the notes on my first comment. It was as a reaction of what you said, not in respect to the topic.
Okay, I mean,
I think you were saying something that I'm like, okay, it's a form of government to redistribute wealth, not as a reaction of the topic. So I will continue from where Postman stopped.
Go ahead. Yeah,
poverty and politics.
Okay.
Because from where I come from, you have to do giveaway, even irrespective of your political ambition. For instance, as he has said many things. He has said many things about doing it. Then when you have the ambitions, you now capitalize on that and it will fuel your ambition. But I would say it is more of politics because we are a reflection of our leaders.
True.
Firstly, let's look at what are the mechanisms of we choosing our leaders. At least let's start from there. What are the mechanisms we use in choosing our leaders? Our leaders come from, first, a polling unit, then a ward, then a district, then a local government. In your ward, who is the secretary? Who is the chairman? How do you convince them that you are the right candidate for that ward before they can nominate you at the local government level? And these people that are occupying that position in the ward level, you cannot tell them, as Bossman has said, they will tell you, Shititi Lafe Jenny, meaning, is it the road that we want to hit? Because these people are the ones that will sign off anything you want to do. That is why I always tell my guys, Go back home and show your interest. We've left politics for people that are not supposed to be there. And it's a reflection of the type of leaders that we are having. A great reflection of the type of leaders we are having.
Yeah.
I'll give you an instance. When Oshiomhole was to be suspended as the APC leader, when he was their national chairman, they have to go back to his ward. And he was suspended by the ward secretary. This guy did not finish secondary school.
Oshiomhole?
The guy that suspended him on the ward.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because it has to go back to the ward, the basics.
Yep.
They will tell you every politics is local.
Yep.
You have to go back to the basics. So these people need to be changed. If you really want Nigeria to change, if you want our political scene to be serene, those guys that run the affairs of the political party, we need to go back and engage them. And I always tell people, these people are not on the social media. Even if they're on the social media, they are not consuming content that we are consuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are not. So these are the people that really fuel on the politics of so much infrastructure. Because, like Bossman has said, he will give them the money. When he wants to contest now, he will not give his family the money again. Who will he give the money?
He go spread them, nah? He go spread the money out to other people, Nabi.
He will start from his ward.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That word that he wants to contest from, that word that is coming out from, he will start from there. That is where it will not be his brother that will be advocating for him again. Ward chairman, ward secretary, ward treasurer. That will not take. We have a boy that will be good for the party at the local government level.
Yep.
It is from the local government level that they will not take him to the state level. For instance, there's an issue, APC just concluded their primaries everywhere.
Yeah.
They just concluded their primaries everywhere. So those that were denied the chance to go, maybe the third time or the fourth time, they were complaining. And people were complaining. They were telling them, what have you done? You are asking a legislator, what project has he done?
That's a misconception too, yeah. It's not his job.
Is it the legislature that will do projects?
Yeah. Yeah.
They will ask you, when you're saying the legislature, what are the legislator? It's just to pass bills.
Now make I pull up a Barry bill tracker today to check what he don't do.
Their job is to pass, but those that are in the politics of it, they don't understand.
Yeah.
So those are the ones we cannot, and I've tried in my own part, I've tried to sensitize them, and I've seen that you are just playing with the pig, sincerely.
Playing with the pig?
Yes.
Is that a new one? No? Why are you playing with the pig, and why should you be careful if you're playing with the pig? I mean,
if you don't want to get dirty.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Shoika. Unless you have something to just round up and we'll go move forward.
Yes, rounding up now.
Yeah.
I will advise everyone on this platform, get involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Get involved. Most of us are in the diaspora, and funny enough, Nigerian middle class is now in the diaspora.
Yep. Sadly. Yep.
Sadly. Let us get involved. Get involved. And one more thing. This administration is trying.
Make we leave that one, my brother. Make we leave that one.
I need to make mention of it.
No, you don't need to. We're not talking about it today. Make we leave that one.
I beg. I use God.
Thank you, Mr. Shoinka. We'll go move forward now. I appreciate you.
I beg.
Hey, the administration.
All right. Make we move forward. Thank you.
Somebody was gonna
Thank you so much.
Okay.
A lot of people go disagree, but that today is not the day.
No go scatter beer parlor. No go scatter the beer parlor, I beg.
Thank you, Bossman. I beg. Thank you for understanding. Today is not the day. We go talk about them another day. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Choma, I know you said you had a pushback on that. Do you want to push back now?
No, it's actually really quick. It's a pushback of why. So the way the legislature is designed is for them to make laws, bills, bring motions, and all of those things, and influence like the laws and reforms. However, because of the way that Nigerian politics is done, that expectation is not misplaced, and I'll tell you where it comes from. It is because by virtue of them being legislators in Nigeria, the way that is set up, or not the one that we are imagining, they attract all of these constituency projects. So when they're asking them, what did you do? It's coming from there. Now, it's also coming from the other layer of, honorable, do something, honorable, my son entered, honorable, whatever, honorable, my son want to enter. Now, normally in the West, where, many of us grew up or were born or live, you know what legislators are supposed to do because it is designed and it functions that way. So sometimes I don't want us to not understand where these expectations come from. They come from the fact that in Nigeria, the way the Nigerian politics, and because these people, Nigerians see their legislators all the time go from being nothing to becoming wealthy. And they also see some legislators who then end up doing certain things while in that office. So yes, it is not their job to build roads and all of those other things, but because they attract constituency projects, and that usually comes with money and contracts and stuff. They have seen people who have been, for example, Senator Natasha, used her station as a legislator and is able to build certain things in her community. So when we want to drag Onyewuchi, who is my senator, I'm going to be like, what kind of senator are you senatoring when this lady is out here building clinics for her village people, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's where that expectation is not far-fetched because we're dealing with the reality of how politics currently works, not how it should work. It should work where they are only just making laws. But if you're not making law there, you better build something, because if you're not building something, you're not making law, and you're just like an abaribe just sitting there.
Yep.
Every time I go see you come to village, you're carrying armor trucks. Where are you bringing armor trucks from? Do you see where that expectation is now coming from? Because during occasion, we now see that money. We see you throwing that money. You see when they bring you to a high chair and you're bringing that money. So people are now saying, if you had used some of that money to build something where we go see for the village, we don't care if you're a NAS, lawmaker. Build something, do something for us. And that's where that expectation is coming from. So don't make it seem like people don't also know. Some don't know, sure, but that's why.
And it's good to remind us too, because this thing when you talk now, I sabi am too, but sometimes you forget some things, right? But yeah, absolutely. You get money whether they call constituency project money or whatever. And I've done that rabbit hole where you talk about. I've gone inside that rabbit hole and nothing come out. I entered the rabbit hole, come out from the other one. Not like you can't find anywhere on the internet. It's not public. The amount that they give them for these constituency projects, it's not public. Instead, you go see how much they pay them as salaries. And the amount they pay them for salary, you go start to pity them. Say, these people, then they suffer, for all this work, when they work, then they suffer. It's like, 20 million naira per annum, I think. I think that's what it is. I don't know. But when you compare that money to today's economy in Nigeria, it's not a lot of money. So you go now start to even pity them. Say, these people, they suffer. Which kind of suffer? Then they suffer, right? But there's a big chunk of money that is not being displayed to us in the public domain, right? But yeah, I understand where that thought is coming from. The get project where you're supposed to do, where make them, they give you constituency project money. Yeah, Bossman, did you have something to say?
Yeah. So I agree with Chioma and you also, but this is a distinction I want to make though, between like what we have, the legislatures in the West and what we have in Nigeria. I think what they practice in Nigeria is actually better if they can. If you have a good legislator that actually knows how to pull their weight and knows what they're doing. Because, like in the US, for example, it's very difficult for a senator to say, okay, I want this project in my state, or I want this stuff here. Usually the executive will decide where everything is going. They'll do the planning and they'll just bring it to the Senate or bring it to the House and say, hey, this is what we're doing. And you're just going to look at it. But in Nigeria, it's different. They have all these serious lobbying that can go in. They can say, you know what, I'm not signing this stuff, or they talk to the minister and they can move. Like I give you an example in Ogun State. The senator representing Ijebu, I think it's Ijebu Northeast or it's East or whatever, I don't know. Benga Daniel, I don't know if you guys know him. So Benga Daniel,
I think I know the name, Benga Daniel.
Yeah, one of the things that he's claiming that he did is making sure that as a huge project, I think the Navy, they were going to build the Navy base, one of the new Navy base in Ijebu Water side. So this is one of the local government in Ogun State that doesn't have any federal or major state infrastructure. So he was able to move something over there, like, okay, you know what, we're going to get this stuff. So that's one of the things that legislators in Nigeria can do. And that's why sometimes people ask that question, like, hey, what have you done for us? Apart from this, hey, let's put 10,000 in envelope and give to the Baale or to the king, or give, let's share rice or share gari, all those stuff. There are other stuff in Nigeria, right, that some of these people are able to do. If you're one of those top senators or top House of Rep member. Now, in the West, it's different. Like, particularly in the US, it's totally different, where the system is the executive or the other branches of the other sectors in the executive branch already decide where this is going to go. And a president can just come and say, you know what, I don't want that over there. Like what happened in Colorado, they wanted the new Air Force base to be in Colorado, and homeboy came and said, no, I want it somewhere else. He's going to go to Alabama because Colorado did something bad to him. You don't want them anymore. So he moved it, right? So that's different. But that's the case with
Nigerian legislators.
That's the
All
case
right.
with
But I think we're veering away from the topic.
Yeah.
So make we go back to the topic.
Sorry
But I
about that,
appreciate don't apologize. That's okay. Make we move forward, and let's also bring Mr. Savvy. Mr. Savvy, if you want to unmute yourself, and thank you for joining. Make we hear your thoughts on the topic. Stomach infrastructure, is it poverty or politics? Me, I do on both sides. I started with the poverty side, but Choma convinced me enter both sides. Mr. Bossman, I believe, also don't convince me enter both sides. And the last caller, Mr. Shoinka, also convinced me enter both sides. So I'm on both sides now. It's poverty and politics. But let's hear your take on the topic.
Yeah, thank you, Kashi. I think it's a circle, but the circle starts from the politics aspect of it. Because
You see why I like this show, right? Everybody, different perspectives. It just makes sense all around. It makes sense all around, right? But yeah, I hear you, Mr. Savvy. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to beg the indulgence of people listening that this is not about political party or APC or whoever, because I've seen people shouting rubbish in the comment section.
But and I know, me too, I'm kind of guilty, right? Because I put APC there for there too. But I'll say why I said this.
If you put my party, I'll go jam you.
Just hear me out on this, right? Now APC, I actually coined that term. Before I forget which particular APC government, but PDP, obviously, they don't share money, share rice and all that. But it was the APC government that actually coined it. I think it was Dino Melaye also that coined that term.
No, it was
Somebody, yeah.
Okay.
That coined that term, stomach infrastructure,
Okay, it was coined against the PDP then, right?
I don't know, but I believe the APC person talked that thing.
I think APC coined it against the PDP.
I think so, yeah.
Against the PDP, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
So now I put them on, so make una no vex for me. That's the only reason. But
remove my party model. So back to the topic, yeah. The problem is systematic failure, because the politicians, or maybe our general terms, our leaders, don't believe in systems that are accessible, that are sustainable. So they believe that over time we can just give them this to keep them in touch with us, just that to keep that communication line. Whenever we need them, we can go and do that. But if you make it accessible. Even you want to do giveaway, if you make it a structure, a very good and accessible structure, you want to do giveaway, you can just give away to that system. And whoever that is within that average or within the bracket to assess that thing, we just go to the system and assess it. Even Nigerian government have been trying to do all those kind of a thing, having all these social safety things or all these things. But whenever they set it up, it ends up in the hands of the politicians. Like the end power, like the whatever. At the end of the day, you find out that they will even arrest the ministry or the manager of that ministry that the person siphoned money, because it is not systematically structured. It was just programmed, kind of a program. So every 4 years or every 3-4 years, we bring up another program, and then because it's not a structure, over time it collapses, and then another system comes. But if it's a very strong structure, even when you come from any other political party, it will be easy for you to sustain it, because you've already known the budget and how it's being run and the targeted audience. But our politicians, they don't really walk into this. So what they just do is, I'll be doing giveaway. People want this, people want that. Even when you're doing it, you can do it and put it in that system if you want it to work. Yeah. So it is failure of government that the system is not working. The system is not working because the rich have the money, and their own is to cut from them and give the poorest of the poor. So when you are coming to give it to them and you are giving it to them in attempt of you are looking for something for them, you are not actually doing them a favor. It's not a favor or give away something. It should be a system. So this whole thing that they are putting politics on it is just politics, and they have used the politics to capture the people to the extent that there are some politicians today, they really don't want that their constituency to get steady something, because if they have steady something, they can be able to have a bargaining ground to tell him, look, we already have a source where we can get rice if we are hungry, whenever we are hungry. So if you are coming to say you want to lead us, these are proposals. Which one of these things can you achieve? So they don't want them to have that system. So if you don't have that system, you will just come up. Alpha, I'm coming with 3 billion. Tell everybody, even the king, everybody to gather, and I will make the money available. So that is their negotiating strength. So it is very unfortunate, but we want the government to, look into those social safety nets and find a way to make it work. Because whatever giveaway you do today, before 4 years, it will collapse. Any president will come, he will bring it. He's doing this one, he's dashing people money, he's doing this one, he's helping people. Before 4 years, that structure will also collapse. This is not about political party, it's just about failure of government, because even the people, campaigning in any of the least smallest parties in their local government, they are still going to meet them and promising them rice and beans and giving them those money, even within that their lowest level.
And I hear you, Mr. Savi. You mentioned something, empower, and it caught my attention. I believe that Buhari government now bring up that empower. And now, if I don't even forget the essence of that empower. I know it was some sort of a social service thing, maybe scholarship, something. I don't forget.
Yes, it was it was capturing maybe school kind of, people that doesn't have job and they have degrees. You capture them, you pay them, and you kind of absorb them from the joblessness to a system. So they're always good to kind of practice or render services to people while you pay them in a subsidized form.
And the crazy part is that was a good idea, but now it's dead. Right? And the reason it's dead is everything that you've said, because it wasn't structured. Everything you've said is the reason why it's dead. It wasn't put into like what Tinubu is doing in terms of I think the school loans or something like that. I believe he structured that one well, that another president cannot just come and remove it. I think that's how he structured. I hope that's how he structured it. Because I know the talks. I think. I don't know. Do you have any information in that regard?
Yes. In terms of the student loan, I actually questioned it to say, is this structured in a way that, number one, we will not view it as a giveaway after these 8 years or maybe 4 years, Number two, what are the systems? What are the systems in place we can be able to use to retrieve our money? Because this money is the nation's money. we are not, doing giveaway with this kind of money, billions of naira. So
Yep.
I think it is a system, and the beneficiaries or the people that are assessing it know that they will definitely pay back.
Yep.
So it is not when you get only government job that you will pay back. As long as you're working and it's reading in your NIN, in your tax, what is it called? Tax number,
Yeah.
tax ID, that you are actually working and there is an account in your name, money is going to that account. Or, there are so many things that they can use to track that, yes, something is happening
but
within you.
my question, and I don't expect you to have the answer, right? Because you're just citizen like myself, right? But my question was like, is it structured systemically, like it coded? They don't put them for code. Like it's not something where another government could just come out, like the Empower.
Yes, in overall, sense of it, it is structured to be sustained. However, maybe we can have another government that will come and they will review it and tell you that, look, the way this thing is structured, we can't sustain it, or I don't have much money to put into this system. The government can do that, but it is actually structured to be sustainable.
I see.
It is structured, yes. So the overall thing we are saying here is that most of the problem we are having comes from the political aspect of it.
Yeah.
Both giving people money to go to Jerusalem, and then when the person comes, you pack counselors and people who are praising you on social media to Jerusalem. What is the economic advantage of that? The same thing with going to Israel, all those people, all those,
Jerusalem and Israel, no be the same.
The second one, the one for Allah.
Mecca said the one for Allah.
so people
Mr. Sami, don't they do like me?
All of them are Middle East now.
Yep.
So people take loan to go for that kind of a thing, and government will give them loan. As a matter of fact, you will budget money as a state government. You budget money for someone to use it and go for Hajj as a loan grant.
Yeah.
And when the person comes back, he will pay you back. Whether the person pays back or not, you didn't make money, and the person didn't make money from some kind. So there are so many things that we do. We call it that we are helping people or supporting people. It is not meeting the target, the desired target. So this is what I have to say for now. Maybe when the mic get back to me again.
Thank you, Mr. Savi. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, again, if all these things are structured systemically, like you said, now we will begin to see progress. And, the Nel Fund, it's a good idea, but is it going to be another Empower? I know you just mentioned that Empower. It didn't catch my attention because I remember that Tinubu tenure, the Empower thing, it was a thing. But now I don't even forget what it be about. But it's kind of now sounding like this Nel Fund now. If it's not structured correctly, the next president will come now say, this thing is not good. Let us do another one. It's not, it not be so it's supposed to be. Choma mentioned Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, all that good stuff. Choma mentioned all that stuff, right? If they know structure and well, put them for code, write them, put them for code. Make sure, say, another person no fit come out. You get how they code these things. You get how if you code, I don't know, when I say Nigerians, we're not too smart, I mean it. You get how they code these things so that in 30 years, nobody fit come out them. You get how they code them. I know Sabi do them, but you get the point. You get how they code them, then go code them, put them somewhere where we say nobody fit come out them. Why are we not doing things like that? Anyway, make we go to my friend Da King Sam. Maybe we hear what you get for us today in terms of stomach infrastructure, poverty, or politics. If you want to mute yourself, Da King Sam, yeah.
Okay. I want to say it's both poverty and politics.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying is this. I understand very well that our politicians, they are the one making everything to be the way it is. Because someone like Alex Oti, do you understand? They say that a good product don't need advertisement. Do you get? So Alex Oti, as he stands now, he doesn't need advertisement for him to come and advertise to people, come and be sharing things for people to accept him. You get? Now, some of our politicians that failed, do you get? Those ones that failed, they are the one doing this stomach infrastructure, coming out to share things to people. Do you get? Because they don't have anything to show that this is what they did. So the only alternative they have now is to come and do what, to share things. So it's I can say that it is our government agency. Let me say something like EFCC that failed, because they are supposed to be the people that to hold these people now to get, but because they failed, now these people understand very well that nobody is holding them. So if they receive any money, any allocation from the federal government, they will hold the money. They will wait till election time. When election time comes, they will come and be sharing things. Do you get? Then Then when a normal person in the street see them, you don't expect the person to not collect something from them. Do you get?
True.
So because hunger there everywhere.
Yep.
Do you understand what I mean now? So that's why I said it work hand in hand. Two of them work hand in hand. Do you get? The politicians, they understand this thing very well, and they are making use of it.
Absolutely.
They understand the job very well, and they are making use of it. And the problem is corruption. Yeah, corruption from the head, from the top to down. So the EFCC that's supposed to be going after these people, they are not doing anything about them. And
But
like
if you're being honest, though, it's not necessarily, and I see the point where they come from. In terms of failed politicians, they don't get anything to offer. They do give away to carry their legacy. They go right. I see, but it's not necessarily corruption. I don't know whether it be corruption, but I kind of see where you're going with that. Yeah,
it is corruption. Yes, because the people, the FB. Sorry, I wanted to say that the EFCC that's supposed to the EFCC that's supposed to go after them. They're not going after them. So those ones they will go after are the one that disagree with them, just like Emefiele that disagree with them and Erufai that disagree with them. They will go after those people. But if you align with them, they will leave you. So it is corruption. Immediately you after chopping money and you go with them, they will leave you. You become one of them. Do you understand what I mean? So that's why I'm saying it is corruption. And like the way you used to say, sometimes you say citizens sometimes supposed to go after the people representing you.
Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. If you EFCC is supposed to go after them, not citizens. If you go after them, they also will go after you.
Maybe they misunderstand my quote or when I say those things, right? I don't mean like go after them, like go and strip them naked or collect their money attack them. That's not how I mean it. Protest.
You need
speak
to protest,
up. You need to
come out
speak
and
up.
talk about them.
Yeah, speak up. Yeah,
speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people, if you speak about them, they will also come after you. They will come after you. So that's what I'm saying. This thing is corruption. The corruption have started from the top to down. So and those people that understand the system, that's why they are making use of it.
Yeah.
People out there, they are hungry. People they want something to chop. And if you bring something, you don't expect them not to collect. They will surely collect it. Do you understand?
Yeah. And it
because
just
of
be
that,
like what Choma talk to person where they earn 50K a month. If you give that person 5K, the person could collect them. It's just what it is.
You collect them now. The politicians already made the people poor.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And because the politician can't be held accountable. Because of this reason now, you see them. If you bring anything where you bring, these people will still collect them. So the system is just like that. Do you understand? The system is just like that. So this is what I have to say. But I would like to say something because
if that's something no concern with you they talk today, make we leave that something.
There is something
if that's something no concern with you they talk today, make we leave her for another day.
You used to say before.
Okay. Go ahead. Make we hear them.
I've heard you several times saying that Tinubu government, because you are a fan of Tinubu, I understand that very well. That Tinubu government is good, but Buhari government is bad.
Okay, make we clarify and we'll move forward from that. I'm not. I don't know how long you followed me. If you go look what I did talk about on Tinubu and his governors, you will see I'm a very strong critique of Tinubu. I don't know where the fan. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of him. He's my president. He's your president. Being a fan, that's a whole different conversation. I'm not a fan of him. I have strong critiques when it comes to Tinubu. Peter Obi will be my preferred candidate. I also am a strong critique of him. In terms of his comments when it comes to IPOB and Biafra and all that good stuff. He has not necessarily cleared that area. So I don't know if this answered your question, but we'll go leave him like that and keep the conversation going. Thank you,
Let
Da
me
King
quickly
Sam.
say something about
But the boss man, please, thank you. No help me. I think I've helped myself enough with that one. But thank you, Da King Sam. Make we keep the conversation
Okay.
going. Yeah.
So
All
I just
right.
I just want to disagree with I think was it Chirex?
Chirex never talk yet. You want?
Oh, sorry. Somebody whoever just spoke. I'm sorry. Whoever just spoke just now. I don't know who I was listening. He actually. So whoever just spoke, I wasn't paying attention to the name, but he said something about corruption, right?
Okay.
And you were about to make the point, then you stopped. It's not necessarily.
Yeah, so here is why I stopped, right? You get one of my guys where they also come here. He name that all opinion matters. You know, they say all opinion matters. So I'm not trying to push anybody's opinion down, right? All opinion matters. That's why I stopped when I made had that reservation. But yeah.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily corruption, right? Because like we said, consistency projects, some of them use their own money. Some of them were very rich. Like there's a senator representing one of the places where I have a property. He every quarter he would come, he would buy machine. His name is he's the APC candidate for Ogun State right now. So it would spend millions and millions of naira buying stuff for people, and it would share for everybody, right? So that's a form of stomach infrastructure, but it's not. We can't call that poverty. We can't call that corruption if he's using his own money, or if he's using what was allocated for that stuff for him to do it, right? Okay, government says, hey, this is 100 million naira for your constituency project, and he decides to use it for buying stuff for his people, and he actually gives it out to all of them. That's not corruption, right? Now there's corruption. Like the corruption side of it, which is federal government buys 1 million bags of rice, gives it to a state. Hey, go give it to your people. Then somebody takes it, put it in a warehouse, and changes all the bags.
Then that can be corruption, yeah.
Yeah, that's corruption, right? Then for the second point, he said about when he talked about the Abia State governor, right? And he also said if you're doing good, you don't have to, you don't really have to buy anything. And I said it from the beginning, right? The politics we play in Nigeria today, even what's his name? The Abia, I keep forgetting his name right now. I don't know
Alex
why.
Otti.
Alex Otti, thank you. Even Alex Otti, right? There is no way I can hit my chest and tell you he's also doing it. He may not be the one doing it himself, right? Personally, just like Tinubu is not going to go around sharing bag of rice. People are going to go do it like, hey, man, here you go. And people are doing it now. So you can't say, okay, well, he's not doing it because he's doing well. Yes, he might be doing well. I promise you, if he's not giving the right people, just like what my brother said earlier on when he said, you start from the ward, right? You start from the ward. You don't give the ward chairman something. You don't give the secretary something. You know, those people can get mad and get angry and be like, you know what? We're gonna expel this guy from the party. And what are you gonna do? You know, or they're gonna say, you know, we're gonna find out. We're gonna make sure you can't get second time, or they're gonna try to frustrate you, or they start talking stuff, or he's not really doing anything. And when you start having fight within your house, then you're gonna start having problems.
Absolutely.
So that's why I feel like
Mr. Bossman, if you want to round up so that we'll go move forward, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Bossman. Mr. Chirex, if you want to unmute yourself, please make we hear your thoughts on the topic.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. What I tend to say is the institution we have failed. Our constitution failed. Our structure failed. We, the individuals, we failed. So we don't also put the blame to the government. We also failed. Now, let me give you why I said so. I was in Lagos as a kid when I experienced the military rule. In the military rule, we moved to democracy. Now, who brought all these political games? It is we. In various formats. We brought all these political games. Now, let me tell you why I said so. I was in Lagos when we have the party called AD. And I used to go to my lesson classes in Lagos, and I see how they share just one single pack of Indomie to the consequences. And these people will kill themselves and die for it. Just one pack of Indomie. Now, that's to tell you how the structure is. Now, let me also make you understand. I read government. We have the executive function. We have the judiciary. What happened to the local government that deals with the grassroots? These guys don't get their funding. Who don't give them the funding? The governors tie the money. So it's a structure that was designed to punish people, to enrich themselves. So when the local government doesn't have this fund, how would the local government person perform? Mind you, we have the constitution that says we have a trunk A road, federal government road, trunk B road, state road, trunk C road for state government, for local government grassroots. So if you don't have that resources, what would you do? You now start putting the blame to the head. Now, what is the head doing to ensure the grassroots gets that funding? Nobody talks because it's all party politics. So it's
But
the
Tinubu,
structure, the
in
issue of
Tinubu's
failure.
defense, I think he's putting a bill to. I mean, don't already put the bill, pass the bill already, where they'll be sending money
That is
directly to local government, right?
that's the part I'm coming to.
Okay.
The part I'm coming to, the major problem we have is the lack of political will. It's not about, you can say a lot of things you want to see. Let me give you an example. Who brought in the BVN? It was brought by Jonathan and Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala to checkmate corruption. He designed it with Ngozi the way they wanted to hit, make sure that they blocked every loopholes. But what happened? He lacks the political will to take it up.
Who lacks the political will?
Him, the president, then lacks the political will.
The
Because he was sitting on
BVN?
his table. Yes, he brought it. He brought the initiative.
Yeah,
Now, let me
but
give
now
you
during in
simple
time,
clear-
9 BVN begin the work now. BVN and
No,
NIN,
it
right?
was Buhari that declared BVN, not him. It was Buhari that declared BVN, not him. Check your record. I'm giving you facts. It was Buhari that declared the BVM stock, not Jonathan. But Jonathan brought the initiative. What happened to the national orientation, what they call it, the one they call people from different regions to come together for reconciliation? He did it. Jonathan did it also. Now, what happened? The lack of political will to implement what the people said. These are people called from different regions. Now, let me even tell you something you don't even know about the government. Do you know the government pays royal heads 500 million? These are your kings and co you see it. They talk in various areas, Oba and co. They give them 500 million. What do they do with the money? So this, like I said, you need to
Mr.
put
Chirex,
a right.
please, can you correct yourself? That it was 2014 because I actually went to
Yeah,
Nigeria.
now it's not the
Went to
check now. Now 2014.
Exactly. I don't check them
So
already.
I went to Nigeria and got a BVN because of my accounts.
see,
So what are you talking about? It's
see,
2014.
Yeah.
Please correct it.
It's 2014.
BVN,
And Goodluck was president.
Please find it
It's
out. See, let me
2014,
say,
Organo.
He was
Like, you
implemented
can
in
just be
2014.
wrong. It's okay. It's 2014,
no,
sir.
I want to clarify something. Now.
Okay.
Let me
Make we
clarify
hear your
something.
clarification.
It was 2014 you started the process. Now, the person that make the law that said without this, you can't have an account. Without this, you can't do this. Without this, he make it that's a law.
It was
He makes
implemented.
okay.
Okay, I hear that side of the
I
story,
see
but
what he's
That was
saying.
a political
implementation.
will. Just like you saying, I'm giving you voter's card
Yeah.
that has an 8 account in it. But I didn't state the law of that voter card, what you're going to do with it. But it's already existing.
It's
Then
like
somebody
NIN,
else
how
came.
they did NIN and they started
Thank
tagging
you.
it to like your phone. Like if you don't
That's the
change your
political
phone.
will.
Okay, I see
That's
what
the
he's saying.
political
I see where
He
you're
is
coming
right.
That
from.
was a
He is right.
political will.
Sorry
Okay.
about
That's a
that.
political will.
You're right.
I get you. So that was a political will because you know it's going to hit people. Now let me tell you how the system works. I've been a beneficiary of COVID-19 loan. How the system works is once you bring an initiative that is very lovely, that will favor the masses, these same individuals as Nigerians will be the one to give these guys the loophole to kill the system for their own beneficiary. I don't blame the politicians because the people that give them these initiatives are same Nigerians like me and you. That's the truth. So we keep saying, I believe a one man as a politician that has a cabal of 10 people cannot defeat a society. But because people in the society play along, give them the same dirty initiatives, they will not bring it and siphon this money, play along with those same guys, close crook, to take the money from that meant to go to the grassroots.
But if you want to tie this conversation back to the topic so that all of us go follow, because I'm beginning to get lost in where you
let
carry
me
us
go
go.
back to the
If you want to
topic.
bring it
Sorry,
back, yeah.
Let me bring it back to the topic.
Yeah.
You know, when the people are going through survival period, when you're in survival mode, what the the poor masses want to know is they want to survive. They just want to survive. Now, because they want to survive, you give them things you know that will attract them. If I keep you in the jungle and you've not eaten for months, and someone comes and give you water, you see that you rush the water because you've been starved for something you know you're meant to have. So I just feel the level of poverty was what led to the stomach infrastructure, what we call it. Because to me, I call it a theory. It's a stimulus response theory. It's a stimulus response theory. So I starve you for this. So when I give you this, you trigger. That is the truth. Because if you have those quality things you desire that you're meant to have as your right, these things will not push you.
Yeah, but again, now the politicians, they kind of limit us from having those things where we're supposed to get now, Abi. And it goes back to the poverty still.
It's a political games, and they learn it from themselves. Whatever you see in politics today was learned from somebody. It's not. See, what do we start democracy now? That's ourselves. We just started democracy in 1999. It was learned from somebody.
Yep.
The mass rigging of election was learned from Obasanjo. Everything, they learned something from somebody. We should not put the blame on it. Was learned from somebody. It's what they call political prostitute behavior. You learn those negative things and leave the positive ones.
Absolutely. All right, Chirax, if you get any final thoughts before we move forward.
I just feel the final thought is get the right guys to be in power, but also know that when you put someone that is trustworthy in power, because for him to perform, he will step into a lot of tools.
How do you get the right guys? I mean, that's kind of a subjective statement, right? How do you get the right guys to get in power?
Yeah, you can't. Let me tell you why I said so.
Yeah.
Obasanjo tried it. It was tough, but he did. What I said he did was go around, look for technocrats, professionals. These are guys that even though they leave power today, they will get job outside. I'll give an example. I don't want to say it here, but let me just link something up to you. Although it's a family issue, but I don't need to say it here. I don't want to expose myself too much. I have an elder sister that worked in the telecom space for close to 15 years. She was the exec in Ericsson. She was a CEO for a satellite company in UK. She was doing well in Facebook. And Tinubu went to pick her up from Facebook. She was the head of the marketing sales team for Facebook for the whole South Asia country and Africa. Tinubu went to pick her up to make her the Nikon Sat CEO. And when I speak to her, because I'm not a party person, I'm not a political, I told her, what is really going on? She told me, my brother, I've learned it the bitter way, that private sector is different from public sector. He said, you have the right things to do. You know, for me to implement this thing to National Assembly, this is for the benefit of the masses, the system, the students, scholarship, programs, for IT guys to grow. National Assembly will ask me for money. National Assembly to implement that thing for her, this thing, they will ask her for money. And this thing is going to the 776 local governments, national, everywhere, to tell you how the system has become. Even though you are good, you need to play the game to make your work shine. That's what she was making him understand. So even though you get the technocrats, they will still make them dirty. Because if they don't get dirty, they will not be able to deliver what they want to deliver.
Yeah, and that's why it would be best if this NERCOM SAT where you talk about now, it would be best if not private get them, then it will be more flexible. You know, but when government, and I don't necessarily know what the is it like NASA in Nigeria? Is that what the NERCOM?
NERCOM SAT, she's the one that managed the whole satellites.
So it's like NASA. I'm saying the agency, is it like NASA?
So I think, yeah. So what I just told her, what you should have done was, if I were you, because I didn't know what you did, your bargain with when you got the job, because I know they came to call you when you were in Facebook. I told her what you'd have done
I think you're getting too personal inside, which I don't necessarily care about your personal. That's your personal stuff.
I remember I said if I said I want to go to personal.
Yeah, and you're getting too personal again. But the what I was asking was NIACOM is the agency itself is just like NASA. I'm trying to understand what the agency does. But if it's something like that, I think if it's privatized, then there will be more flexibility in terms of it reaching the people where you're supposed to reach. That's just where I was trying to go.
That's a right. That's what I wanted to say. Now,
Okay.
what I wanted to say before I was getting.
I don't want me to get personal now, my brother. Am I saying something wrong? I don't want you to get personal.
Okay, no, you're right.
All right. But thank you for sharing, Mr. Chirex. If you have, that was your final thought anyway. Make we move forward, and I appreciate you for joining.
Yeah, let's move forward.
All right. Thank you so much. And I could drop you so that I could bring another person up. But if you have any pushbacks or anything, please feel free to request again, and we could bring you up. I think we don't hit 1 hour already, but let me see how long more I can stay here. Let me see. I think how much time do we have here? We don't hit 2 hours already. I don't know, but anyway, let's go through the people that we have here, and hopefully we'll just call it a day for today. But anyway, Mr. Owu Prince, I believe. Mr. Owu Prince, if you're here, please unmute yourself. Make we hear your thoughts.
So sorry. I'm in the midst of very busy something. Can I just drop?
All right. No problem. Thank you. All right. Chams. We don't talk to Chams. I don't believe we've spoken to Chams.
No, you just.
All right, Mr. Chams. All right, Mr. Chams.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining.
Speaking to your topic, stomach infrastructure, poverty, or politics. To me, it's not about. Let's check it from our value system. It's not about the politicians. Even you, if you go to your village today for junction, boys go stop you. They go hail you. They want to collect money. So, entertainers are facing such.
Yeah.
Everyone is facing such. People have seen it. Sometimes they see it as right. As army. Sometimes they become entitled.
Yeah.
In a way, you now check, is it poverty? Some people have seen it as a way of life. When you drop the money, you'll be surprised that maybe 50 naira is getting to some of them, but they still want it.
Yeah.
So let's check our value system. You may just come that I want to do wonderful things in my state or in my locality. I start doing it. If you contest the next election, I will assure you will not win. What people want is that get their location, share it all around to all political, to elites, power brokers, just give it to people. That's what they want. And that's why some people look at the economy, they'll say, this government is not pushing money outside. What they want is government that will give them money, not government that will build roads. If you go into Nigerian politics and start building roads, building infrastructure, building the future, that's not what they want. What they want is somebody that will give them a bowl of rice. And as a politician, you have to give people what they want. That's what they want. Someone saying that Oti is building this. Let me go to that Abia state. Let me come with money, say sharing things. Oti will lose election. Nobody cares about that road.
Not really, Not really, The Abia state now. Shake away Abia state don't see. No be small, I know sure.
We saw election in Anambra State. We saw what they shared. It matters. You'll be surprised. As little as a bottle of Matonic and Gala, it can change people's mind during voting. So I'm still telling you about
Abia own. I would need to see Abia own to believe it. Because shake away Abia don't see. No be small, I don't know that you know Abia state. For 24 years. This is not the fresh air within the sea.
You have to go with two shoes, rain boots and your shoe.
I don't know, but I go need to see Abia own to really believe.
But I'm just telling you what the people want.
I hear you.
Our value system, like this Ekiti governor started with this stomach infrastructure, and it went a long way. And that is why we see people saying that, oh, I saw Ayo Fayose eating plantain and you'll be falling in love with him. That was what Obi tried. He went to price granuts. So do we need to go to that level? But sometimes you look at it, that is what the society want. They want to see someone that is staying on queue, someone that carries his bag to show that he's humble, someone that can say he has one shoe. That was Jonathan for you. Someone that can tell you that he has one wristwatch. That is what the society want to hear. The society is gullible. Tell them. You can't tell me you have a wristwatch. You can't tell me you just have a pair of shoe. You can't tell me that you want to buy plantain, or you want to sit to someone selling plantain. But it works. You may not know. You may see that, oh, this is reckless. Why do you need to do that? Even Trump was in McDonald's. Was it McDonald's? I think McDonald's. Trying to sell.
Yeah, it was
Trying to reach out to people. So look at the people, what they want. And somebody was saying, oh, a politician has his money before getting there, that he's spending money to the people of the state. I want to believe he was talking about one politician in Ogun State, Yayi. Where did he make his money from? Has he ever worked in his life? Stolen money. Give them what they want, they get there, and they steal your money. And people are saying poverty, that when they see they want to collect the money. The political cycle is 4 years. They only show up maybe in 6 months. In 3.5 years, are they not surviving? But that is what they want. If I'm to go to politics today, same game, same card, I will play.
No,
Listen
my
to
brother.
your people. What do they
I hear
want?
you on that one, but a lot of people that have come on here, they've said that we need to get involved in politics. If we want to change the politics, we that feel like we know better, we need to go in there. But with this, your mindset now, we don't want
If you
people
want
like
to
you,
win,
my brother.
I'm not, see, one thing, if you want to, politics is different. If you are going for election, you can be in politics and not go for electoral post. If you are going for election, you play the card. If you do not play the card, you can't win. It stops you from winning. And that is why
Not
you see them playing
necessarily.
the card.
Not necessarily. We've seen the type of politics Obi played in the last election. It wasn't this
Did
type
he
of. He didn't win. Granted.
No, okay, now let
He
me
didn't
let me
win. But
bust
you
your
know,
bubble.
that's his style. People have seen that it could work. It could work. You know.
I will tell you that if he does it again, he will not win, because he doesn't even have party representative. Another party can just talk to them, change this 100 to 0, and get 100,000 naira.
I think things are changing rapidly, and again, maybe this would be possible in the year 2000, but in 2026,
even in the US,
hear me out. In like 2026, where everybody has a phone, right? Even if it be just a random person just recording and seeing what is happening, most people don't want to be put on the internet like that. So those kind of things might make people not want to do stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Now, you can't use Obi like to make that assertion. If you look at the bulk of Obi's followers, you know is majorly from one ethnic group.
All right, make we move from. Make we come out from. Make we come out from. Let make we come out from. All right, Mr. Champs, let's leave Obi alone. Make we go back to stomach infrastructure, poverty or politics.
So that's what they are playing is. Do the people like it? I'll tell you they like it. Do they want it? I'll tell you they want it. But if anyone is justifying that, they are doing constituency project, is constituency project meant for your party members? Why will you be sharing machines and some other stuff to your party members? The most important thing is that these guys are thieves. All politicians, they are all thieves. Like the guy they were referencing, he has never worked in his life. He has been in politics for almost 30 years. He should go and practice his profession if he knows he can do anything. And everybody understands when he becomes state governor, it's hot cake. They are ready to spend 10 to 20 billion because the allocation now in a month is almost 20 billion. So they are ready to spend that 20 billion to win the state.
Allocation for governor, yeah?
Yeah, I'm talking of Ogun State.
Ogun State,
with
okay.
And everything. They have
see.
Big money with their GR and hoping to become oil producing state. So these guys are thieves. That guy will not perform. All of them will not perform because they will need to get their money back.
Yeah, sadly.
That is the brilliant truth.
Because he's talking about this.
Mr. Bossman, please help me with unmuting yourself. Right, it causes interference. Make we focus on Mr. Champs, and then we'll if you have a pushback after when he's done, then we can bring you back up. But yeah, Mr. Champs, sorry about that.
So I'll be rounding up now.
Yeah.
So to me, It's something that is difficult to fight. Like I said, if I'm going for politics, if I want to win, I'll play the same card.
My brother,
But
I don't know why you keep saying this thing like very proudly.
no.
Like,
I'm just telling you that until it's not even caused by politicians, it's caused by a value system. Until we change our value system.
but who is going to
Like-
change the value system though? If you keep repeating this thing, like, and who will change the value system?
I'm talking
right?
from the other side now. I'm talking from the side of politicians. But if I'm talking from the side of populists,
Yeah.
they need to change the value system. When they see government building roads, now road will go shop. When they see government building school, now school will go shop.
But how
If
about
build
you
hospital-
too? Where you that is also regurgitating this talk of if I go there, I'll do the same thing. That doesn't
If I
help
want-
to change the value system either, though. Right?
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just telling you that if I want to play politics and win, if I want to be on the other side of contesting or not based on nomination or appointment, that is the value system that we have as of now in Nigeria. People
Okay, make I now
have
ask you,
customer
how do you think
infrastructure.
our value system will change?
Maybe if we have a strong law that stops, is it possible? Not possible. Don't let me talk about impossibility. You can't stop it. Because they'll come like a philanthropist, which they are not. But okay, let me just be saying here, I'm not expected to do that, to share money just because I want to get to elected post. We just need to change our value system. Anyone coming out spending more than necessarily, anyone coming out doing as if he's a big philanthropist, let's turn the person down. Like the person they mentioned that is sharing things that he has his money to me. If I have my way, shouldn't be governor of the state. Whoever that spend least to get there. The more they spend, the more they steal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Champs. I appreciate you for joining. Make we hear Mr. Anthony, my friend. Make we hear Mr. Anthony.
How you doing?
I did, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Thank you for joining. Make we hear your perspective on this one. We've heard a lot of different perspectives. Make we hear your own.
Yeah, I see. I was listening to the gentleman that spoke before Mr. Cham, and before he went down to the topic, he was talking about BVN political will.
Yeah.
It's just like majority of Nigerians don't actually know how laws actually pass or policy or who implement or introduce the policy. You understand? They don't know what the executive policy is and what institution policies are. You understand what I mean? BVN was introduced by Central Bank of Nigeria under Emefiele. You understand what I mean? That was back in February 2014. And it was fully implemented in October 2015. There's nothing called political will in that, you understand. Emefiele was able to fully implement it, you understand. So it's not that President Muhammadu Buhari was the one that did it. It's not just to give credit to somebody that the credit was not belong to, you understand what I mean? So I don't like
I see why I didn't like this, my brother. He just come package the fact, give us. But when he said 20, me at least the one why I know now 2014, right? Because I know it was 2014, but I like how you break it down. But he was talking about political will and all that good stuff. Let's give it to him. But thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with political will.
All right.
Anyways, let's move to the topics
Thank
of the
you.
day. Yeah, you see, in a game of Survivor, you understand the word, the game of Survivor. You understand that is the game that majority, when it comes to politics in Nigeria, it's not only peculiar to Nigeria alone. It plays across the globe, especially developing country or underdeveloping country, right? Where we have a high poverty rate, right? Politicians, we always capitalize on those. You understand what I mean? Because people are focusing on their need. You understand what I mean? And for instance, I see that you're having a dialogue with my brother that just left right now, and he was giving you a fact, right? We in the southern Nigeria might be waking up. You understand what I mean? And you don't become a president by just the southern Nigeria. You need the northern Nigerian as well. If you go to a northern Nigerian today and you're telling them that you want to build a house or anything, let me tell you something, you're just playing 10-10 game. You understand? It's about what you're bringing to them, or whether on the day of election or a day before the election or 3 weeks before the election. There's a lot of people that try to help in that zone. in that geopolitical zone in Nigeria, but they spend a lot of money building them infrastructure, water system, and everything. At the end of the day, they didn't even get 3 votes. That's how funny it is. People come with different ideologies in Nigeria, which I see in the last election, because I'm one of the person that always listen to every presidential candidate, right? Candidates in Nigeria. I've seen so many, some of the candidates from the 18 candidacy that participate in 2023 elections. Some of them came with a great ideology. And one of the person that I believe that he has a very, very great ideology was the man that actually run under ADC. I think his name is, if somebody can remind me, I think, yeah, Dumebi. Dumebi was one, because I listened to him. He's a very well-sounded person. You understand what I mean? But he tried coming from infrastructure, preaching infrastructure to people. That's not what Nigeria wants to hear. You understand what I mean? Some part of the country doesn't want to hear that. They just want what you're going to share to them. You understand what they're getting. They want to eat their cake on that before election day or on that election day. You should be asking yourself a question, one thing that we're not even looking into in Nigeria. Why do you think when politicians get to office, they're not performing, they don't care about the citizens? Before the election, do you know what politicians go through in the hands of the citizens? They knock at your door at 5 a.m., not coming for the interest of their own community, but coming for the interest of their own family, their problems. They take it there, and you're spending over 250 million to 500 million, 1 billion naira just to run for an office, and you get into the office, right? Guess what? You want to get your money back. You must make your money, and you put in an interest on it. Maybe you say 40% interest on that 20 billion, or you even want to triple that 20 billion as well, right? So that is the game. But you see, our democracy is still, we're very young. You understand what I mean? We're growing, and it is our own responsibility as the youth of this country to start enlighten and educate ourselves in case when we get to that office, we'll be able to do the right thing for the people. It should be the interest of the citizens of your state, your community, or your country, not the interest of your own bank account. You understand what I mean? For you to step into the public space and you want to be a public figure, you must understand that you're working for people, regardless of whatever you spend. But the citizens as well have to push themselves back from approaching politicians because of what they want to eat right now, not about the future, about the generation to come. So we can see that we are in the political arena, there's a big problem, which the citizens are pushing them into it. And at the same time, the politicians will use them to get into that office. So there's more to do about it. But having this kind of discussion is one of the best things to continue to have with. It's called civic engagement. And when we continue to have those kind of discussion, we continue to improve. It won't change overnight, but for the future's sake, you understand, we will get there. But it's not just by grace of God, by hard working and educating each other. We have, and our brothers from the northern Nigeria as well, because they are 100% guilty of this. I'm not sorry to say it. I will say it. I understand the politics that they played in the northern Nigeria. It's stomach infrastructure. Give me what I will eat today. Forget about the next 4 years. Come back 2 years to the 2 days to the election. Give us another thing. We will eat that thing for the next 4 years. It happens in the southern Nigeria, but I think that in the southern Nigeria they're waking up right now. So thank you very much, my brother. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, my brother.
To have this discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And, I hope, at some point in Nigeria, in the Nigerian history, very soon, that when you come on TikTok, when you go on Facebook, when you go on Twitter, whichever social media platform, YouTube you're on, right? Now, these kind of conversations we're going to get. We're not going to get, I don't know, make I no talk, but, we know what we see when we go to all these platforms. Now, these kind of conversations, for the most part, we're supposed to get these kind of conversations to enlighten ourselves. Like my brother Colin, he's in a civic duty, I'll be waiting in Colin, but, you get the point. Anyway, civic engagement. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again, Mr. Anthony. We'll continue doing what I will continue to do the one what I do. Not just me. Today, not 2 hours what I plan to do, but now we don't hit the 2 hour mark, and I think we are approaching 2 hours 30 minutes. But we have 2 more guests on the queue. I not go bring any other person. We'll just go over the two guests that we've not spoken to yet and then round up for today. Thank you again, Mr. Anthony. Make we go to Mr. J-Con. Make we hear you, J-Con. If you're still there, please. If you want to unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody.
Yep. Good morning.
According to the topic, stomach infrastructure, poverty, or politics.
Yep.
I think it's a mix of both, but I think at the cruise of it is our value system, like the other guy said. What do I mean by value system? People don't expect things from politicians because of they are poor. It's value system in the sense that even in our little society, when people are coming back for Christmas, people expect something from them. People don't mind their business. They expect something. When you live abroad, your neighbors, they talk about you if you haven't built something, if you don't send them something, you know, because there is that mentality of entitlement in Nigerian society. Is it you going for party, people expect rice. They put you to oversee the entertainment, the food. You go see some people, they go full cooler where they go carry go house. Those things start from there. When we learn how to cater for the society instead of ourselves, that is when that mentality will stop. Even in our little villages, they make you CDC chairman. As soon as they make you CDC chairman, at that time you go remember say you go marry. At that time you go remember say you go buy one Benz. At that time you go remember say you go build us. Your mentality is not to serve the people. It's how you want to enrich yourself. That is the mentality. So people necessarily don't line up for those rice them because they are hungry. Somebody might even have one bag of rice. It's just a culture now. You go have one bag of rice, but you go still go line up. You go here say, honorable, they share something today. Even sometimes I think even the politicians, they've even infused it as part of culture. December time, politicians go come and say, honorable, they key 150 nama for each compound. You don't know is an indirect way of buying you. So when we learn how to love our country, because you need to love your country, you need to care about the betterment of your society. That is when that mentality will stop. You will start voting according to your conscience. Example is they will make somebody, they give somebody an appointment. The next day, the person is going to do one big Thanksgiving for church. What are you doing? That Thanksgiving, they will key go, then go. Are you going there to enrich yourself? You're going to serve the people. You don't need all that. Because there is an expectation that, this is the way I will use to regain all the suffering I've suffered in this life. You understand? They will give you contract to renovate one secondary school. Inside that money, Narata can give you 25% mobilization. You go remember, make I go marry, make I go buy Benz. Because you're not thinking about the people. So it's a value system.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying now, it just makes sense. In America, then go say, think what you can do for the country, not what the country can do. I believe that's a saying. That's a saying in America, right? So, these things, they know human being just being on his own, you're not going to think of these things. Now, like the National Orientation Service, this is the job of the National Orientation Service. Suppose they push this thing every day, every advert, they buy advert, they put for TV, they put for radio station, jingles and stuff. That's how these things will become, imbibed in people, the citizens. Human being know they just there, they think of good things. I'm just saying. But I hear you, my brother. I hear you.
It's just that politicians have taken it a little bit further. They start sharing things, all these stomach infrastructure, weaponizing poverty. Those are the things we are supposed to get on a normal day, but you see, they do like that, they give you favor. You understand? They weaponize it, but on a normal day is our value system. It has become some people's culture. You understand? So on the way to eradicate that practice, we have to be pragmatic about it. Government should make a law, say, listen, if any politician found doing something like that, doing stomach infrastructure, empowerment for election purpose, that is a disqualification. It can get you disqualified because indirectly you're bribing the people.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but it's a pragmatic approach to stop some of these things. You understand? Like I see some people using President Tinubu face to share rice.
Yeah.
That one they were sharing money in envelope. He might not be the one doing it, but when I saw that video, I was so embarrassed. You understand? So if there's a law, pragmatic way of doing it, you say if you're doing this kind of thing for election purpose, that is a disqualification for you. I think some of these things will reduce. So we can't be doing constitution. Sometimes you just have to use a pragmatic approach.
Absolutely.
You cannot do this because your bribe is a way of bribing people. So I think it's a mix of poverty, but at the core of it,
politics there
it's
inside.
part of our culture. You understand?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Jaycon, for sharing. Unless you have any final thoughts before we move forward.
No, I think that's about it.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Make we bring Mats Jean.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
This is my first ever.
All right.
Live.
Thank you. Your first ever TikTok live, and you use them for beer parlor.
First ever. I've never been on any.
Make I blow another one for you, Daddy. Thank you for joining, my brother. I hope it's not. It wasn't a disappointment. I hope you are appointed and not disappointed.
No.
All right.
I'm so grateful for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
I'm going to lay some foundation before I make my contribution.
Okay.
And because in the foundation I'm going to lay, it will help you to understand my perspective better. I'm actually speaking from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
I'm a PhD student in the university in Texas.
Okay.
And before I came here, I was in Nigeria. I was a classroom teacher. So when you talk about stomach infrastructure, poverty, or politics, everything everybody has said, we are all on the line. But again, when we batch people, we always talk about people, what people are doing, what people should not do. But we fail to really understand the meaning of multi-dimensional poverty. Multi-dimensional. It's not what is happening in Nigeria is not just poverty. It's multi-dimensional poverty. And when you call something multi-dimensional poverty, is such that as a people, we cannot be helped. If you look at people around you in all sincerity, and you want to help them in a way, as you are trying to help them, they are going deeper. And I'm going to be citing examples. A Yahoo boy who tries to, for any other reason, scam people. And once they make their first money, the first thing they do is to rent a room in an hotel and be going around with girls. While they were getting into Yahoo, what they wanted was to liberate their family. When they get the money, what do they do with the money? A classroom teacher like myself, while I was in Nigeria, I was earning in a private school 85 to 100,000. And as a secondary school teacher, I want to live like my mates that were working in Mobile. It doesn't make sense. If I want to live like my mates that are working in Mobile, I need to get a job in Mobile, or I need to get something to make me better such that I can attract more income. This was my mentality while I was there. I had friends that would tell you, I shouldn't be here. Why shouldn't you be here? I get one friend. The friend, even Sabi book reach me for school. But now if you see where in the work, if you see the big car where in the use, that shouldn't stop you from doing what you should do here. This is where you are now. Give your best.
Yeah.
So multidimensional poverty has eaten into our brain as a people. Education has lost value because teachers feel they are not well paid, and as such, they shouldn't give their best. Infrastructure has lost value because even people that are developing the infrastructure, they see it as a one-time opportunity for them to make their money. So if you give a contract for a building to be built, the number one thing is that it is seen as political patronage. Even our churches experiences multi-dimensional poverty. And let me just digress a bit. When you asked...
I think you're already digressing by telling us about multidimensional poverty, but now you're digressing on top of the digression. Make we bring it back to the topic.
Let me now come back to the stomach infrastructure.
Yeah, please.
So when we now talk about stomach infrastructure as defined by Ayodele Fayose, it's just the best way for you to satisfy the yearnings of those that are multidimensionally poor. Because if you look at it from the perspective of a government, someone said something. If you have 100 billion in a year as a governor, and you know that 100 billion cannot solve the infrastructural problem of your state, if you try to spend the 100 billion on infrastructural development, because the people in your state are multidimensionally poor, they don't understand that achieving an infrastructural development of 100 billion out of 2 trillion is a step towards progress. And as such, they are going to tell you you've not done anything. If you are the governor and you want to win second term, would you prefer to spend 100 billion for infrastructural development over spending just 50 billion to bribe them and to give them stomach infrastructure so that you can win second term?
If I'm a governor, I'm smarter than that. I mean, I know you.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. This is just a logic.
Yeah,
I'm
hear
just
you.
being logical. I'm just being logical. So because and again, if you look at the environment we come from, when you place a demand on our society delivers. If you look at the music industry, when you place the demand, those boys are going to deliver. Look at Nollywood. When you place the demand, those guys are going to deliver. If the people ever place a demand of expectation of development on people in government, they will deliver. But the demand we are placing is the demand of stomach infrastructure.
I don't necessarily think that the Nollywood and the the Afrobeat people, Afrobeat stars, I don't think that the demand was put on them by the people. They put that demand on themselves and they made themselves better. They kept making themselves better over time. It wasn't because of demand from the people. I don't know that that's what happened. For us to see the surge in the demand for Afrobeats and Nollywood movies.
Anyway, while I was growing, while I was in high school, I'm from a village in Ondo State, and the kind of genre of music I listened to by the time I got to high school in the state capital, I discovered that my friends were listening to some kind of Lord of Ajasa and co. I've never heard of Lord of Ajasa before. And because of the kind of things my friends were singing, I started listening to it. That's what I'm saying. There is a way as a people we aspire them to just do something different from the local things we met, possibly the Wasiu Ayindes and what have you. But again, I'm not saying you are not right by what you have said. You are perfectly right. So stomach infrastructure, my brother, is a thing that is endeared in us as a people. Again, you mentioned something about those of us that are a little bit enlightened. When we get into politics, are we going to repeat the same circle?
Yeah.
I believe if we do not want to repeat the same circle, we can never get into politics. If we are not showing signs of following the circle, we can never get into politics. There are exceptional cases, like the case of Abia State. This is just an exception.
Yeah.
You still have some exceptional 1 or 2 cases like that. But ultimately, if we don't show the signs to the people that will vote, and I will be closing with 2 things. One, the voting pattern in Nigeria, one of the reasons why I feel those that actually vested in stomach infrastructure will continue to win elections is because those that really vote in Nigeria,
there are those that are multidimensionally poor. I was chatting with one of these NDC's aspirants. There is this lady I follow on Facebook, my love so much, who is contesting for House of Rep in NDC. And I told her something. You are based in Abuja. You are contesting in somewhere in Delta. Everybody knows you are a good person. I know, I can attest that if you get to the blue or red chambers in Nigeria, you are going to make a change. But I can tell you, your friends in Abuja will not help you win election. Your friends on social media will not help you win elections. Your followers, they are registered voters, but they don't live close to where they register to vote. So on election day, they have already disenfranchised themselves. But you see, those people that are close to the polling unit, you'll be so surprised that Obi will win on social media, Tinubu will win on ground. You'll be so surprised.
Make we move away from Obi and Tinubu. Let's not bring
You'll
it there.
You'll be so surprised that you, my friend, you will win on social media. A candidate of APC or PDP will win on ground.
Okay.
So I told her that what you need to do is get the INEC register of your federal constituency and get your foot soldiers to be looking for those individuals that are registered one after the other, door to door, from now until January, if you want to win election. But forget about the fact that you are the best candidate, you are the most educated, you are a lawyer, you are this, you are that. This is what you have to do. That's one. And that is why these people that are vested in stomach infrastructure will continue to win. Then number two, and my final take is this. Those of us that claims that we are enlightened, we are too far from the poor. Though we are middle class, we don't want to mix with them. We are middle class, we don't want to mix with them. And if we don't mix with them, we cannot influence them. We get irritated by a bike man or a keke man that is just driven by whatever is being given. We are just get annoyed and we don't want to talk to them. You are an illiterate. You don't know what is going on. You don't know this. You don't know that.
Well, now make we get the Beer Parlour podcast so that anybody waste time go relate to them. You know, that's why we have the Beer Parlour show here. Anybody waste time go relate and join and we have conversations.
Go relate.
We need to do elitist things here, you know. But yeah, if you want to round up with that thoughts, or if you're done, so that we can move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, so the voters' education is something we must do. We must stop advising people to go and do voters' education. We must put it upon ourselves to do voters' education and to continue to tell people the true meaning of development.
Yep.
And to help them to get out of multi-dimensional poverty.
Absolutely.
Multi-dimensional poverty.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of people in Nigeria that cannot be helped.
Absolutely.
They cannot be helped. If you give them 1 million, the 1 million is gone. Give them 10 million, it's gone. They can't because they don't have the basic requirement to be helped. Thank you, guys. I'm so happy to be on my first live. And thank you for entertaining me. I hope to be here tomorrow if I'm still awake.
Hopefully we'll go get time to come again tomorrow. But thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, make we go to Mr. Jamie. Mr. Jamie, make we hear your thoughts, Mr. Jamie.
On stomach infrastructure, right?
Yep.
I think let me just find a place and park and then talk about this because it looks like, and I mean, a lot of people have spoken, so it is that inescapable phenomenon because most of the people that are susceptible to this cannot really help themselves. I don't want to use that. I didn't want to use that word, but the poverty is alarming. Is you know, and then the greed. There are some people that go out to share what they have at home. Then you'll be wondering, you know, am I making echo? Maybe I can.
Yeah, it's being echoed. You're echoing actually. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me stop here so you can skip me. Even if I don't speak, no problem.
All right, no problem then. All right.
Then unless I can drop down.
All right. Prince. Sorry. Bono Black. What did you say? Sorry.
Say, can I just drop my final thoughts so I can drop down?
All right. Fair. Yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so reinforcing my point about hinging it on majority of it being politics, is that we are listening to a lot of the submissions that people have given here, because I was one of the first people that spoke.
Now thoughts. I hate to use the word submission on my show. Now thoughts with the share.
Okay.
Because I have interjections here and there, so it's not necessarily a submission.
We're used to also talking on Clubhouse, so
I hear you.
That's the terminology on
I
Clubhouse.
see. Okay.
Yeah, so pardon me.
No problem.
Yeah. So looking at the thoughts that a lot of people have also shared here, trying to push the blame, because a lot of people have also gone on the majority of, even when they say it's both, they go ahead to make a lot of emphasis on the side of the people,
poverty,
on the poverty of the people.
Yeah.
And doing that is like blaming the victim for something that goes. It's like blaming the victim, because the poverty is not self-inflicted. It is inflicted by a certain class of people, which is the political class. And then the political class inflict it because they are coming to use it for their own personal gain. So at the end of the day, how can people be in a certain place and you do something to them, and you now think, and people now look at them again and say, oh, you are the reason, you should have fought against this thing. You should have been able to stand against it and say, no, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to be, when you are, and like the other man that talked about, I think it's Matt or something, that talked about multidimensional poverty. Have you gone down to the creeks? There was a time we went to, and I'm sorry to like push into this side, but we went to somewhere where there was flood in Delta State to hand out some things to people that were affected by flood. And that's when I went to those places, I understood a bit of what they're talking about with this poverty thing. It is crazy. So when you see those people that don't even know whether within now and Saturday they are going to even see one meal, then you now talk. Then you see people that bring food to them and they collect, and you now blame them that no, they are the ones that are the reason why these things happen. It's very, very unfair. We should look at it where it really faces, and the politicians look at themselves in the mirror and understand that they are the ones. And we ourselves that, okay, if you say, I don't think there's anything like middle class in Nigeria. But if you say there's a middle class and we want to really hinge it on something, yes, we hinge it on these people that are actually inflicting this pain. You understand? And we don't want to talk about the elections, but in the elections, we see how we can maybe do something different. And that's just what I want to say.
Absolutely, and thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned worry and the poverty, or Delta and the poverty there. It's an irony. The states where they literally feed the country, people are still poor there. Like it's a crazy irony. But I hear you, my brother, and thank you for sharing that. But make we go to Mr. Owu, and we'll go use Mr. Owu close for the day. Mr. Owu, if you want to unmute yourself and share your thoughts today on the topic, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
This is my talking here. I've listened to you for quite a number of times.
Thank you.
So, for giving me the
Thank you.
opportunity to be a Parlour this morning. You see, actually, the poverty, what really caused the poverty? Because people did not even know when poverty started in Nigeria. Where we noticed that poverty started in Nigeria. It started in 1986. When Babangida, when he initiated this, there is an organization they call, like a corporation they call, a parastatal they call D3. That D3, I think it's the Directorate of Food and Road Infrastructure, something. Before that, the advent, when we were in regional
Mr. Owu, it seems like your voice is muffled. I don't know. Are you talking like it seems your voice is kind of muffled.
Hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, it's definitely better now.
Thank you. I was using the earpiece.
Okay.
During that, I did be that Nigeria, we follow the footstep of development, the template of regional development infrastructure, I
Yeah.
think it would be better off. So in that 1986, even before, just before 1986, all those decree that those military presidents did put in our constitution really created that vacuum and really give space for poverty to do what? To emanate, in the sense that they want to look appealing to people. They want people to see the little things they are doing that they are doing us a favor. That was how poverty crept into our society, most especially glaring it in 1986. Before debt free, if you go to local government in Nigeria, even all throughout Nigeria, there is no local government that will not have a maternity center. There won't be no local government that will not have a dispensary. I don't know whether you know about dispensary in local areas.
What were they
in villages.
dispensing?
They are dispensary. So if you go to primary health center or maternity is for those women that are giving birth. Then primary health center is for everybody.
No, you said dispensary. What's in the dispensary?
That's what I want to explain.
Okay.
That's what I want to explain now. You know, when you go to primary health center, they will give you your medication maybe for like 7 days. If that medication finishes, they will give you a note to go to dispensary. You will not come back to the primary health center to make a queue. You will go to dispensary to go and collect the remaining of your medication. That was I met that facilities in my village in Osun State. I met that facilities. So by the time you no need to go back to maternity center or primary health center to queue. Yeah, you will go to dispensary and collect your medication. Pharmacists are there to assist. So when the military killed that thing, then that killing alone, it creates a serious decadence to life of the people living in the rural area. That's how the health sector collapsed. That action collapsed the health sector. Now, when we go now back to education, which is all those things which are primary, at least primary infrastructure for average common Nigerian man. Now, the primary education, our primary school board, secondary, that is the name they call for the, is it TESCOM for the secondary school? By the time those politicians as well, by the time they put their hands, they politicize everything. That's what killed our educational system. LIE's officer, we go and inspect a primary school, it will not document the decadence in that primary school, the dilapidated, how can I put it? The problem, the inadequate and the problem of that primary school, they will not document it in a file. Because the headmistress, the PTA chairman, they are already embezzling the money meant for those things. So they will bribe from there, they will bribe the LIS officer. So LIS officer will not document what is supposed to document about what is affected that school, the area, the school area, the life of the student, life of the pupils, life of the teachers. They will not document it so that the government can work on it. That's for education. Now, where we as a voters and as a civilian, where we are affecting ourselves is this. Now, in the local government, we have supervisory councillor, we have councillor, supervisory councillors and councillors. They are like Senate, House of Rep, and House of Assembly member in the state. They are like the legislative arm of the local government. And these people are our brothers. If they are not our family members, they can be our friends. They are not far from our family in the local level. And these are the people that we solidly voted for. We knew their family house. We knew their house.
Yeah.
Why are we? Don't we know how credible these people are before we elected them? We know, but we shun our eyes away from it because of what we want to because of what we want to gain from them.
Yeah.
So, and this affected our House of Assembly member that's supposed to be checkmating the governors. As the most critical problem we are having is our House of Assembly member.
And me, I take it even further. People, we leave these local legislators, local representatives, governors, reps, councillors. We leave all of them and begin to the whole Tinubu. Tinubu waiting for Abuja. The people where we know where they live, where we elect, when they live with us and everything. We leave them run, they go Tinubu,
Sorry, I don't know where you stay. I stayed in the UK.
Yeah.
There was the primary school my daughter and my son were going. They had one deficiency. No, I put in a email. We wrote to our MP. We did not write the governor. We wrote the MP. Do you know that the MP use our pen to write back and send it to reply me and send it to my postcode in a paper, not email. Me, I wrote the MP through my email.
Yeah.
And the MP replied my message through paper note, envelope, and send it to my postcode.
Yeah.
MP just like equivalent to my senator, equivalent to my House of Assembly member, who asked me in her heart.
Yeah.
But people, we are not educationally grounded. The function of our councillors, of our House of Assembly member, which are the politicians that are very much closer to us than the people in Aso Rock or people in House of Assembly, people in Senate.
Yeah.
And until we recognize that their function, they are what they're supposed to be doing for us, until then we can liberate from this quagmire of these politicians.
Absolutely.
And lastly, see, if until Nigeria, until we have a unified wage minimum wage in Nigeria, like in the UK, like in the US, we cannot sustain ourselves as a nation. Poverty will continue to grow. Because now, how do you want to bribe somebody? Like in the UK, everybody knows how UK works, how we collect our wages. If you are on a 15 pound per hour, if you are working as a vulcanizer somewhere, as an apprentice in a vulcanizer, that vulcanizer company must pay you that minimum wage. Not what he wanted to pay you. He must meet up with the minimum wage that is accredited, accepted nationwide. If you are working in a tailoring company, if you are even a steward, if you are even a caterer, if you are even a cleaner, that minimum wage must be paid to you. Until we have that unified minimum wage, we cannot go far. That system will, our normal system will always create poor people.
I don't necessarily think that a unified minimum wage would work, though. Maybe it works in the UK, but in Nigeria, I don't know that it would work because, a private company or a business that's just starting, you don't expect them to be paying the same amount an established business like Dangote, they pay their minimum staff, right? I don't know that that's very feasible in Nigeria.
Now, like in UK, we have the tech people, we have the medical people. Let me for example, in an hospital, the doctors, they have their own minimum wage. The nurses, they have their own minimum wage. The physiotherapists, they have their own minimum wage. The pharmacists, they have their own minimum wage. The registered nurse, they have their own minimum. Healthcare assistant have their own minimum wage. Porter has their own minimum wage. So you've already know. Even the ward maids that are cleaning the floor,
they have their own minimum wage. I see. I don't know, man. That's a lot of work, man, to create minimum wage for every job title.
No, see.
That sounds like a lot of work.
You see that our organizer, that's our organizer, our houseboy, our housemaid, our gateman, all those low-level people.
Yeah.
They will have something to fall back on. They will not be the people to be expecting money from the politician before they vote or before they steal ballot boxes.
I see what you're saying.
You will not be used, and you will fully be engaged.
I see what you're saying.
You will be able to feed yourself. You'll be able to pay your house rent.
Yeah.
You'll not be at the mercy of any politician.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Because that 100 billion that one person wants to spend in order to become president, that 50 billion that somebody wants to spend to become a senator, those money will not be there for that person to be embezzled, because the government would have used it as a minimum wage for every strata of endeavors in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
So that's my own take. Thank you, Kachi. Thank you
Thank you.
so for having me on this platform.
Thank you so much, Mr. Owu. Thank you. Now you go be our last guest for today. I appreciate all of you. I mean, we've had a variety of opinions. I think for the most part, most people, unless Mr. Jamie is no longer in his echo chamber. But I think for the most part, most people agreed that it's poverty and politics, except Mr. Bonu Black, who stick to his own. He's saying own not just poverty. You know, Mr. Jamie, do you want to are you out of the echo place where you've been there?
Let me make the last attempt.
All right. Yeah, it's still echoing, but I think we can manage.
Just a question.
Okay.
Do we have a Parlour podcast on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. We are streaming now on YouTube, actually.
That one is like a full interview session. I didn't see your face there.
Yeah, right now we are streaming on YouTube. Beer Parlour Podcast. Yeah.
No, that's just a name. I'm talking about like regular podcasts like The Glitch and stuff. I've seen something like that on YouTube.
That's what I'm telling you. Did me get them Beer Parlour Podcast on YouTube? Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Does that answer your question though?
Yeah, it does. I just wanted to be sure nobody's duplicating it.
Yeah, it's me. Let me get them.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you for checking. Thank you for looking out for me. Thank you, my brother Jamie. Thank you so much. All right. Make we read some chats before we call it a day today. I think we had a good show today. My people. I go still shout to that out. In the circle, is a Kachinwa bingo. You get wahala. You don't like me, but every time they come check on me. Which kind of love is this? This kind of love I never see. You don't like me, but every time they come check on me. In the circle, when you come, you go cost me, go. Now, wow, this kind of love I never see. Anyway, I thank you guys for being here. Follow. Thank you for being here. Let's see. TY says, okay, we're not going to read that. Why are you? We're not going to read that either. Let us see. Better Life Program. Okay, I mean, you get the time Nigeria good, though, from waiting. I think it was it Mr. Owu that was saying that? I think it was Mr. Owu. You get the time Nigeria good, though, dispensary care, where you go pharmacy, you go clinic, finish, then go send you go another place, you go they collect free things. Yo, Nigeria been good at some point though, no be smart, Now wow, it's what it is anyway. But I thank you guys for being here. Hopefully we can run it back. Not this particular topic, but hopefully we can have another show tomorrow. If not, whenever I get a chance again, we go come again. But I appreciate all of you guys for being here today. On YouTube. We don't put Twitch, so we're streaming on Twitch now. We're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. I go put Instagram tomorrow, and hopefully I go put TikTok the next time. But everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace. My name is Kachi, and peace. All right. See my sister, Anya Anambra. My sister has come. This one, my best friend in the whole of TikTok. She's here. Make I blow siren for her. Thank you, my sister, for joining. Anyway, thank you guys. We had a good show today. I'll see you next time. Peace.